Hello, my friends. Hello. Happy Saturday. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. I think we're about going. I do this every time. It's like, come on, the YouTubes. Come on. I think we're good. I think so. What did I just do? Oh, I just totally changed the view of that. Hold on, friends. Are we there? There we go. I think we're good. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Hi, Terry. Terry's in Colorado, but Terry, I know I missed part of the conversation. I see Kathy's question, where your cabin is. Got it. Hi, Valerie and Shelly. Good morning, Shelly. We have Central Illinois, we have Central Texas, we have Colorado. Hi, Martine, Netherlands. Nice to have you. Hi, Karen. Karen, Colorado. Oh yeah, Karen brought up a great point. Let me just read her comment really quick. Karen said, welcome to all. Checking in this morning. If you usually don't join in the chat, be sure to at least check in and say where you're from. Yes, so I love that. I love it when you guys check in. Even if you don't normally participate in the chat, just pop in and say hello. Hi guys, happy Saturday. My name's Layle and this is what we do on Saturdays when I'm not traveling. So we're here on my YouTube channel and we do what I like to call creative listing. So usually on Thursday, so a couple days before our Saturday sessions, I will publish at least three listing topics. And as we are working together on Saturday, I should say, as I'm working together, I am working on my lists, and I like to add lots of different product, some some stamping. We play with die cuts and washi tape and stickers and all different kinds of things. And as I work, I chat about what I'm doing and why I used this and why I didn't use this. And every so often we have an oops, and then we talk about the oops and how we can fix an oops. And we just kind of get together and have fun. So part of it very much for me is playtime, because that's what this is for me. It's very much playtime. But part of it is learning. And when I say learning, part of it is learning for you. Part of it is learning for me too. As, sometimes I'm playing with different kinds of products or different techniques or something like that. So welcome to you. I have a business called Layle by Mail. I have a website, laylebymail.com. As I am working on my different lists during our Saturday sessions, I'm using different product. And in a lot of cases, I have that product on my website. So in the description box of the video, try that again. In the description box of the video down below, you will see a link that says things I'm using. And that will take you to a page on my website where I have just linked or included many of the products that I'm using. So if you see something that you'd like to buy, you can buy it for me. If you have a local scrapbook store, this is super important. I always strongly urge you to support local. So support small, support independent, support mom and pop. I'll explain what's going on in a minute. Yes, shop local, shop small, shop your mom and pop shop. Super important that we are supporting our local businesses and communities. So if you have local, shop local. You don't need to shop the big box though. If you have local independent, that's really good. But if you don't have local and you see something that I have, then you know where to find it. Okay, friends, so as we are going along, there is a chat. If you're watching live, welcome to you. There's a chat that takes place on the right-hand side of my screen. I'm not sure where you guys see it, depending on what device you're watching and whether you have your video player fully expanded or smaller. But there's a chat that happens over somewhere on your screen. And that's a great place to pop in and say hello. We've built this really cool little community over the last 2.5 years that we've been doing this. So I love it when you guys are interacting with each other. I also love it when you interact with me, because that's how I know who's here. So if you want to pop in the chat and say hello, that's great. Chat is also a great place to ask your questions. Sometimes things get going pretty quickly, especially right now when I'm talking at you. Well, I'm always talking at you, but especially right now when I'm talking like this, and you can see my face. It's really hard for me to see all the chat that takes place. So once I flip the camera and start working, then it's a lot easier for me to see your chat and your questions. So chat's also a great place for questions. Sometimes if you put your question or comment in all uppercase, when I glance up, it's a little bit easier for me to spot. If I don't answer your comment or question, it's not you, it's me. Either I didn't see it or I saw it and I thought, oh, I'll remember to say something about that shortly, and then I forget. If it's something you really want answered, uppercase is good. There are a lot of people who are here pretty regularly, and they're very smart folks. So if there's a question that I don't see, or sometimes there's a question I can't answer, or maybe it's a question that I would rather throw out to the group, then you'll have people respond to your question or comment there as well. All right, so now I want to look at the chat just so I can say hi, and then we'll kind of get going. Oh, I'm so excited for today. I had so many fun things to share. Okay, hi Kathy from California. Hi Linda May. Linda May, my Utah friend. Colleen. Okay, gotta stop. Colleen. Colleen messaged me yesterday and said, hey, I sent you a little something in the mail, and I just received a notification that it was delivered. And I thought that Colleen had shipped it to my P.O. box, my business P.O. box. Colleen, I checked our home mail last night, and your package was there. So thank you so much, you guys. Colleen sent me, it's in the kitchen. If Nick runs around, I'll have him grab it and show you guys. But she sent me a great little Tim Hortons like to-go cup. Tim Hortons, if you don't know, is like much better kind of Dunkin' Donuts-y. I know I probably shouldn't say that. Of Canada, super popular, but like a coffee, donuts, pastries, yummy breakfast sandwiches kind of place. So thank you for that. And then the greatest little like old-fashioned keychain, like the old motel keychains that are kind of shaped like that, from Schitt's Creek. And if you know me, you know how much I love Schitt's Creek. So Colleen, thank you so much for thinking of me. That was such a sweet little happy mail to open up yesterday. So thank you. Hi Yvonne. Hi Mitzi. Mitzi, you were still in Cottonwood Heights. Cottonwood Heights. That's where I live in Utah. And Mitzi, you've been here for a couple weeks, right? Because I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago when we were together, that you're still here. And oh my gosh, Mitzi, you were here such the perfect time of year. You guys, fall in Utah is always incredible, but this particular year, oh my goodness, the leaves are, you can't even believe. You can't even believe. You can't even believe the leaves. Yeah. So incredible. So Mitzi, I hope you've had a chance to kind of experience that a little bit while you're here. Hi, Pam from Bakersfield. Nice to see you, Pam. There's Terry again. Hi, Terry. Shay. Hi, Debbie. Yvonne. Let's see. Carla. Hi, Carla. Nancy. All right. Yes. Nancy said, Colleen, you can't get more Canadian than that, than Tim Hortons. So true, right? Whenever I go teach up in Canada or visit my friend Vicky, I always have to hit a Tim Hortons because Vicky got me hooked on their like breakfast sandwich, and then oh gosh, I think an iced cap, one of their iced cappuccinos. That's so good, but I don't normally drink iced coffee or something that sweet. But when I'm in Canada, do as the Canadians do, and you do the Tim Hortons and you do the iced cap. Hi, Jessica. Jessica, so fun to see my friend Jessica here. You guys, I've talked about Jessica a few times before. I'm glad I saw your name, friend. Jessica has a business called Colorcast Designs, and she does amazing acrylics. And Jessica's working on a little exclusive for me right now, you guys, for my 2023 year in review project kit. So can't wait to share more about that in the next month or so. But yes, Jessica's, I was so excited, Jessica, when you said we could work that out. So can't wait to see that. I can't wait to really see it. I saw the artwork for it, but I can't wait. Can't wait. Hi, Anne and Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Julie. Let's see, Kylie. Yes, Kylie said, good afternoon, Squirrel Squad. Kylie is watching while she works. Jessica's cutting away today. Well, then perfect. So glad that you're here joining us. Jessica's squirreling. Jessica is, oh my goodness. Jessica is channeling. Let's try that. All things squirrel. Oh, Jessica, I just had an idea. Probably need to chat about another thing that you do for me. Maybe something a little like that, huh? We need to chat about that because I think it'd be fun to have a little scatter the squirrel acrylic too. Okay, let's for sure chat about that. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Yes, my friend Debbie from Boise, Idaho. Nancy said, your picture of the view from the backyard of the mountains was beautiful. Yes, I posted that. We did a fun little kind of sharing of photos thing. I've been trying to do that more on my Facebook, kind of just random, where lots of people can participate, just sharing of different photos. So yes, we did one of those. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn said, nice to catch a live again after a few busy fall weekends. It has been, right? I don't know about you guys, but, well, I will tell you, fall for me is always the absolute craziest time of year. And that's because mid-September to mid-November, I am like travel teaching almost nonstop. It is a lot. So let's see, I'm now on 2. I've done 2 of the travel, and I think I have 1, 2, 3, I have 3 more. And that will end. And then also a virtual one, a Crop and Create holiday virtual one, the weekend before Thanksgiving. So, and my fall for 2023 is already booked. So, but I'm so glad that especially you guys, October, we have 3 of these. So we did one on the 1st, today is October 15th, and then we have one again next weekend on the 22nd. So, and then I think I'm gone 3 weekends in a row, last weekend in October and the first 2 in November. So things are crazy, but I'm so excited. I am not, once I am done mid-November, I'm not travel teaching again until 1 weekend in February, and then not travel teaching again until 1 weekend in August, which means, well, it means lots of things. But I am making a conscious effort kind of the first half of the year to really limit my in-person teaching, just because it's a lot. It is a lot, and it's a lot to try to balance all the things. You guys know life is hard, but it's a lot to try to balance all the travel teaching and then my business. And then Nick and I like to do a little traveling too. So, but what that means for all of you guys is that, January through probably end of August, we're going to have a lot of really good a good like togetherness like this on our Saturdays. So I love that. All right. Let me look at the chat really quick, and then I'm going to flip the camera, and then we'll keep talking. Because I know I just missed a ton of stuff. Oh, Nancy. Got to read Nancy's comment. Nancy said, Jessica Upton, your work is amazing. Yes. Color Cast Designs. If you don't know Color Cast Designs, you need to check it out, because Jessica's extremely talented and has some really amazing stuff. Hi, Marilee. So nice to see you. Marilee said, stayed up throughout the night watching a live concert while chatting with my girls. Tired but here. Marilee, was that the Coldplay one? By any chance? Was that like the Coldplay? You have to tell me. Kylie said, Nick will fill your schedule with lots of trips with Harvey. Yes, and guess what? Today, this afternoon, as soon as we're done, so I do have a hard stop at 1, and if I forget, rest assured, Nick will be in here doing this about 5 minutes to 1 my time. Utah Mountain. Yes, we are taking off right after this today, and Harvey, our RV, for a really quick short one. We'll come back like Monday late afternoon. So very excited about that. It has been a couple months since we went on our big long trip when we did Oregon coast. So we haven't done a Harvey trip since then. So we're very excited. But this is I did say I would explain why I was kind of, mumbling, stumbling. I do that all the time because I talk a lot. I talk fast, and the brain tends to go faster than the mouth. Oh yes. So Nick's been traveling this week, which is a good thing, bad thing, right? I mean, it's good for him for his job, his business. It's good. It's, I miss him when he's gone and by myself, but it's really good because, or bad, depends on which way you look at it. That means I can work a lot. Not always work a lot, but then that means I can work late into the night. And, he's not here saying, honey, come on, let's have dinner. Let's go on a walk. Let's go do this. So I can just work a ton, which means I get a lot done. But he didn't get home last night, I want to say till about 9-ish. And we had done nothing to get ready for the trip. So it was kind of a late night, early morning trying to get ready. But we're close to being, he's got a long list. Me and my list. He's got a long list of things that he's doing right now. Well, we get to play. So I don't know. That can't really beat that. He gets ready and then I play. No, I did help getting ready though, but he's getting ready. Okay, guys. Cindy's at a retreat in Warsaw, Missouri. Oh, that sounds so much fun, Cindy. Okay, guys, I am going to, I'm just looking over at the chat. I'm going to flip the camera, okay? And then we're going to get started. Oh, so many fun things. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, flip. Okay, there we go. Hi, Sheila from Maryland. All righty, let's turn the lights on. Oh, Colleen, you're always there for me. Thank you. Colleen said, don't forget to plug in your phone after you flip the camera. Da, 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 da. Yes, thank you. Sometimes I forget that. Oh, K-pop. BTS, yes, okay, BTS. I know what that is, right? They sing the Butter song, right? The Butter song? I think that's the song they sing. Yeah, I think so. Oh yes, there's a pretty pile of happiness. Right, Jessica, it absolutely is. Hi, Debbie, nice to see you. Okay, so when Marilee was talking about the concert, I said, oh, is that Coldplay? If anybody knows this, I just need to look and Google it a little bit more, but please tell me. I saw something that Coldplay, I love Coldplay. One of these days I will see Coldplay in person. And I really want to see them. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun to see them internationally in person? That would be really nice. But as of now, that is not on any schedule that I have. So, hold on, I'm just adjusting lights a little bit because it just seems like it's very shadowy. I don't like that. Hang tight while I adjust. Oh yes, so I did see something on social media, on Coldplay's social media, that said that they were, I know they're in Buenos Aires. Oh, did you hear that? I rolled my R. I'm so fancy. Anyhow, that they're in Buenos Aires, and that's the only roll I can do. They're in, yes, they're in, you know where they are. I've said it 3 times. Anyhow, they're there. And I saw something that they were doing some kind of live, like broadcast concert or something like that maybe you could watch. I don't know. If anybody knows anything about that, will you tell me? Because I would really love to know. Danelle said, first time catching a live. I am in Roy, Utah. Well, welcome, Danelle. So fun to have you with us. Okay, friends. Oh, so much to talk about. All right, you should see. So I have all of this here, and then I have piles and trays and all different kinds of things next to me because, you know, we got to cram as much as we can in the next, 2 hours and 41 minutes, which goes by so fast. It's not even funny. All right, so let's first, let's talk about giveaways, okay? Debbie just asked a great question. Debbie said, do you ever run out of ideas to list? Debbie, I have not yet. You guys sometimes will send me ideas, which I love. I also, in my little workbook here, have a running list of list ideas. So, anytime I think of something, it gets added here. So I always have something at hand to work on, or for us to work on. Now, sometimes we do repeater lists. For example, we do in the news, usually once a month. We do about last month, usually once a month. I like to do currently fairly frequently. We will always do things I'm looking forward to this spring, summer, winter, fall. So we have a good mix, I feel, of list topics that are recurring and then also list topics that are new. I have, and I've been very delinquent at this. Ooh, maybe we'll work on, maybe this is one of the little projects I'll try to work on while Nick's fishing or something. I have linked in the description box of the video down below, links to all of our listing topics, sorted by date from 2022, from 2020, from 2021. And then right now it's, January through, I think, March of 2022, very delinquent. So that is something I will make sure that I get updated. But anyhow, so if you are new to what we do, or maybe you joined us a year ago or 2 years ago and have missed some of the list topics, or you just want to go back and see some of the list topics that we've done, that's a great spot. I will also tell you that Amy, my friend Amy, that does some work for me, when she was out here a couple of weeks ago, we had a couple day really great planning session. I had mentioned a couple times before that I really wanted to do an idea book for lists. So that is a project that I am asking Amy to take on, and looking like the goal right now is to have that ready to roll in March. So I know that's kind of a ways away, but there's a ton of work to be done between now and then. But that'll also be another great resource for lists and ideas and topics, and really more kind of the decorating ideas. Anne, thank you, Anne. Great reminder. Anne said, don't forget to click the like button. Yes, please. If you would please click the like button, that would be awesome. That's one of the easiest things that you can do to support really any business, but especially a small business like mine, any creator, anybody on YouTube or any of the social medias. So easy for you to support by just, leaving a comment or giving a thumbs up. That means the world because of the stupid algorithm. I know I said a bad word, stupid, but that's one of the things on my list. Marilee, Coldplay live broadcast is October 20. Oh, dang it. I'll be teaching at an event that weekend, of course. Okay. Thank you, Marilee, for finding that for me. I'm going to look. Oh, you see some of our ideas now for next week. All right. So, we need to first talk about giveaways. So I always like to do giveaways during not during the sessions. I announce the giveaways during the session. And then you guys have a week or two, depending on when we meet again, to leave a comment on the video itself. And that's how you participate in the giveaways. So not in the chat, you leave a comment on the video itself. And then that morning, right before we start, I go in and I randomly pick the winners and then I announce the winners. So let's start with that. Last week, we had 2 giveaways, and oh boy, those giveaways were for 2 of my stamp sets. One of the new stamp sets, and we used this one last week, was this guy called List Builder Top 10. That's a little 3x4 set, available on my website. But List Builder Top 10, I drew this morning, and that goes to Cynthia Mcdonald. So Cynthia, congratulations. I always will reply to your comment, and that's how you know that you won. And that reply tells you how to go about claiming your little prize. So Cynthia won that. And then, this will be a great segue. The second prize was for another one of my stamp sets. We also used that last week, and it was this one. This one is called Right Here. And this I designed for kind of the opening and closing pages in your Traveler's Notebook insert. And I'll show you because we actually used one of these last week so we can see what that looked like. But we also talked about that this works really well for those of you that are pocket page scrapbookers. That is sized also for 3x4. So you could use that for your kind of little journaling in your pocket page scrapbook. So that set goes to Junk Journal Treasures. So Junk Journal Treasures, you won the Right Here, and Cynthia McDonald won the top 10. So congratulations, friends. I will, of course, have more giveaways today. So as we get going, I'll show you what those are. All right. Our segue. Hi, Melly. Good evening from Italy. Oh, Melly, Italy is on my bucket list. We're hitting 2 of our travel bucket lists next year. And those are Scotland and Ireland. But Italy is not far behind. So I will be visiting your amazingly beautiful country at some point in the future. So welcome. All right. When we start 25 minutes in, I like to start out with the list that we did when we were last together. Thank you, Terry. Terry said, love those stamps. Thank you. So the list that we did, Debbie. Okay, Debbie, when I see you again, we need to talk about that, your trip to Ireland. Hi, Gracie Creates. All right. So I like to show what we did the prior week. Which was 2 Saturdays ago. So this is one of the things I did, even though this wasn't a list, right? This is the intro page in the insert that I am currently working in. So I used a little piece of pattern paper as the background, and that is from Vicky's Print Shop collection. And then I used that Right Here stamp set. So the Right Here stamp set, I just stamped on a piece of white cardstock. And then you may have noticed on that stamp set, there were little icons, little icon stamps. So I popped one right there and popped one right there. Now, I still need to, I want to do some coloring in with colored pencils on those little icons, and I haven't done that yet. But then I added a little quote. And I think this is how I will be, when I use this stamp set for the intro page, I think that's what I'd like to do is add a little quote. Nick said, good morning, everyone. That's my husband. And he is probably typing that. I don't know, from Harvey. Are you in the kitchen, honey? Where are you? So anyhow, I think I'll add a little quote, added a couple of word strip stickers. And then my thought was to always add the date that the insert is starting, just so I kind of have a reference point. Now, we've talked a lot about the importance of dating your, I'm a little something there, dating your lists. So I like to date my lists as I work on them, but I knew that this is when this started because I had dated right there. All right, so that was one of the things that we did last week. Next one, we did this guy, and this guy is I Love It When. One of the things I love about our Saturdays together when we're listing is all of the interaction. So whether or not, oh, Nick, really? Honey, oh my goodness. Okay, so Nick just wrote, how many coats do you think Layle packed for a 2-night camping trip? Because here's the deal. It's probably 11 o'clock last night when Nick's like, so what are you going to pack? And he knows darn well that Saturday mornings I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I'm getting ready for this, right? Okay, look at Nick. Look at everyone saying 6, 4, 5. See, I'm not the one in the wrong, Nick. 7, Dandy, you are a girl after my own heart. Dandy said 7. Pretty sure I didn't do 7. Now, Nick will be, I'm sure, counting sweatshirts and coats and things. Yes, we are only going really for 2 days, but it will be cold and it'll probably be 30s at night, but then it'll be obviously not as cold earlier in the day, but you need lots of different coats for different temperatures. And if I just throw a bunch in, then I don't have to think about what I need, right? So that's what I'm going with. Nick, 7 including 2 white jackets. Nick, that is not true. I don't believe you for a second. 2 white jackets? No, I know I didn't put 2 white jackets in there. Honey, you stop it right now. You stop it. Linda May wins. Linda May says as many as she needs. Exactly. If there is room, use it. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Plus 2 hoodies and a couple of sweaters. Oh my heavens, stop it. Whatever, Nick, stop it. Literally, I just threw stuff in. Threw it in. Nancy said, Vicki mentioned you last night when she was doing class on Tim Holtz pencils and mentioned that you may not think that you were into multimedia, but you are. Love how you both differ. Guess what, Nancy? I was there the whole time. I was there. I was designing a layout class, but I was listening and watching all of the wisdom that comes out of that woman's talented mouth, right? She is so brilliant. But anyhow, yes, I loved it. We actually, guess what? We're going to be doing a little bit of, I don't even call it mixed media today. We're going to be doing a little bit of maybe, what's a different word for mixed that isn't as advanced as mixed? Anyhow, you'll see. We'll get there. Kylie said, Layle, remember, he is the creative genius. Yes, he always likes to pretend like he's the creative genius behind everything I do. Don't you love that? Okay, yes. Always good to be prepared. Hi, Jody. Nice to see you. Okay, I love it when, as I was saying, it's going to be a day, you guys. It's going to be a day. We're going to chat about all the things. Oh, goodness. Oh, yes. I love it when we do these things on Saturday because it's so interactive, right? It is so interactive because you guys, even if you're not listing with me, you're chatting in the chat. When I say, tell me what you love it when what, and then you guys say things, and some of the things are already on my list. Some of the things are like, oh my gosh, it wasn't even on my list, but it should be. I'm going to add to my list. So we had a lot of fun with that one. Now, anytime we do a love it when, we also have to do the opposite. I hate it when. So that is one of our topics for today. I hate it when, because we've got to, keep it balanced. Hi, Pam. Oh my goodness. I spent all weekend last weekend with Pam at a retreat at the new Fox Forest Retreat Center in Pine Island, Minnesota. Oh, we had so much fun. And Pam gave me some of the cutest little goodies that she handmade. So thank you, Pam. All right. Here we go. Yes. That was our second list. Our third list was about last month. This is I love it when we do our about last month. And about last month, that is my way of documenting all the little details that happen in a month. And oh my gosh, I've been doing this format, this kind of whole idea for about the last 2 years. So, it is something that just really resonates with me, a super easy way to document all the comings and goings in a month. And so, whoopsie, that's what we have there. Yes, Kylie said, Nick, you might be borrowing a coat or 2 when you're freezing. And you know what, Kylie, he would probably just about freeze other than admit that he needed one of my coats, right? Maybe I should bring a pink one just in case. And then the pink one will be the one that he needs to wear if he's cold. How about that? Jody from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. All right, guys. So that was our third list. Oh, no. That was a second list. Here's another list. This one. Top 10 Disneyland rides. Bright pink with fur. Yes, like the boots with the fur. I don't have boots with fur, but I have I don't have a coat with fur either. All right, you guys know where the boots with the fur is, right? Hi, Pearl Ann. Yes, we did a Disney. I've had lots of requests and list recommendations, list topic requests to do a Disney list. So this was the first one that we did, top 10 Disneyland rides. And this is when we used that new top 10 stamp set. With this one, as with any of our lists, I always encourage you, if the list topic doesn't necessarily work for you, like this one, top 10 Disneyland rides. Maybe you don't like Disneyland. Maybe you don't go to Disneyland. Maybe you don't ride rides. Just to switch it up. So I said, if Disney isn't your thing, then it's top 10, whatever, fill in the blank. Yes, we had lots of fun. Mitzi, but do I have apple bottom jeans? Yes, Mitzi got the reference there to the boots with the fur, didn't you? If I was Vicky, I would belt out that song. I'll just belt it out in my head because I do not quite have a singing voice. So I'll just sing that little song to myself. All right, so now we're ready. But we are not going to start out with a list. We're going to start out with something that's on my to-do list. So we're going to have fun. Well, we always have fun, but we're going to have fun with something a little bit different right now. We are going to do a little bit of work, okay? I have a new ink color in my little repertoire of inks, and that is Uncharted Mariner. So that is Tim Holtz's newest ink color, and Uncharted Mariner. So I need to swatch it, all right? There are two different things I need to do to swatch it. So I thought I would bring you along with me while I do that. So the first thing I need to do is I need to swatch the ink. We're swatching it twice. We're swatching it first for my ink swatches. And this is my collection of Distress Oxides. And I have them all swatched so that when I am looking for a color that matches something or coordinates with something, I don't have to just pull out all the ink pads and look for the right color. I just pull out my little swatching set. So I use this literally every time that I am going to stamp or use ink. So because I have a new color, Uncharted Mariner, I need to swatch it. So we'll open that up and we are going to use my Swatch This Inks stamp set to do that, because that's why I designed it. So I have a clean one, so you can see that. I have a clean one, and then I also have the dirty one. Now, the dirty one, I like to use the dirty one, well, because it's the one that gets used all the time, but I also like to use it just to show you that there is nothing wrong with that stamp, the polymer will get discolored and it gets stained, but it's not affecting your output at all. It's just, that's what happens to polymer stamps like that. So Sheila said, when will you do your video on the Epson printer? Sheila, I have two videos to do. I have the video on the Epson printer and I have the video on, I actually have lots of videos to do. Video on the Epson printer and the video on the bookbinding tool. I will be doing those the second half of November, as soon as I am done with all of my travel teaching. So it is on my list. Just know both of them are coming and they will be here before the end of November. All right, so I have trimmed out a piece of white cardstock, and that is a 3x3. This stamp set, or this particular stamp, is 3x3. So I designed it because I wanted it to look like the little Distress Oxide box. Now, if you don't use Distress Oxides, you use a completely different stamping or ink company, it doesn't matter. You could still use that one, or you could use this little shape. And then I've had some requests, let's turn that over. Then I've had some requests to actually do like a little, really small set, maybe like a little 2x2. That is maybe like a little oval one and also the little tiny square one. So that will be something that you will see coming down the road. All right, so that goes right there. I am using the Misty, and you'll see me use this every so often. Misty stands for the most incredible stamping tool invented. Seriously, that's what it stands for. Misty, most incredible stamping tool invented. I don't carry these. I have linked in the description box of the video if you think that this is kind of a cool tool. This works very well when you are stamping something in the same place repeatedly. That's what I use it for. Also, if I want something to have a nice, good ink coverage and nice, good impression. This gets you. See, now I can't. You see me? Oh, hello, there we are. That's funny. Can I do?
I can hear you now.
You can hear me. Okay. All right, guys, hang on. Let's just get that fixed again, and I'll tell you what happened. Here we go. All right. That's funny. Oh, gosh, how funny is that? As it's trying to move. Okay, so you guys, here's the deal. Yeah, it'll be okay. We got it fixed.
So
Yeah.
is your Wi-Fi,
No.
your Bluetooth turned off on your
I
phone?
can't turn the Bluetooth off while I'm doing this, honey, so I can't.
I have to leave, and it's going to do it again.
Guess what? So just do this. Go turn off the radio in the car. Turn off that in the car. As soon as you drive away and it's out of range, it'll be okay. All right, guys. So sorry about that. So I know because this happened once a long time ago. Apparently my phone is, well, it's connected to Harvey. So Bluetooth, as soon as Nick turned Harvey on, or RV, as soon as Nick turned it on, yes, the sound hooked up to Harvey. Yes, I know, right? It's happened twice. So now, as soon as that happened, I knew instantly what it was. So crossing fingers, it doesn't happen again. Nick turned Harvey off, and it took a minute or two for it to connect. So I just told him to go. All the technology, right? Yeah. Anyhow, back to where we were. Let's cross our fingers that when he turns it on, because I said turn off the radio, turn off all the power first. I know Harvey wanted to play with us. All right. Anyhow, let's get back to our task at hand. So I need to swatch this, right? So what I'm going to do, you have with the Misty, you have the platform right here, and then you have this little, I don't know, door. I don't know what you want to call it. You put the stamp on the door, and then you do your stamping. Easiest way for stamp placement is to actually take your stamp and put it exactly where you want it to stamp. And then I'm going to close the little door. And that will then make that stamp adhere to the door. And now that's exactly where I want it, right? So let's say if I'm stamping a tag or a card or something, and I want my sentiment to be right in the center. Well, it's best to then just put my stamp right there and then have the door pick it up. That's a little tip that makes life a little bit easier. All right, so now I need to ink this up really, really, really well. Debbie said, Misty finally got their 12 by 12 platforms back in stock. They actually make 3 sizes, friends. They make a 12 by 12. They make a 4 by 6, which that's the one, or that's the one I'm using here, I think. Or I don't know if it's called a 4 by 6. It's a 6-inch, I think. And then they make a size in between. I actually have 2. I have this size and then the next size up, depending on what I'm doing with things. This is a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit, I won't say it's a little bit more portable, but my other one I will use for obviously bigger things. If I'm stamping like my out the window things for with a larger size piece of paper for a traveler's notebook. All right, we'll get that all inked up really, really well. So it's looking nice and juicy. Oopsie, yes, oopsie. All right, so now here we go. And I'm going to take my little, I don't even know what this tool is called. I don't know what it's called. It's by Stamptabulous. My friend Angie Blom, her sister makes these. But anyhow, that if I'm if I am moving that across the top there, that will make sure I get nice, even impression of my ink on that paper. All right, so let's pull it off and see how we did. All right, so it's good. Now, there's just some space in there that still needs some more ink. And that is a couple of reasons. Number one, this was, that is that's kind of a large surface area, right? Large surface area. So I'm gonna come in and ink that up again. One of the really cool things about the Misty is that everything is in the same exact spot, my paper and my stamp. So I can re-ink. And stamp again. Now I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to getting a nice image there in the center. So we've talked about stamping before because sometimes you guys will stamp things and you'll email me and you'll say, it didn't work. It doesn't look like yours did. We talk about making sure that you've primed your I just stamp with it first. That's how I prime my stamp. Oh, darn.
Back in.
Okay, let's see. You can hear me? Can you hear me now? I'm back. Okay, yes. Oh, heavens. So, guess what? I have a mental note every time I get ready to start a new YouTube session. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Plug the phone and the iPad in. And number 3, turn off the Bluetooth, right? I need to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone. Well, darn it. Sorry, guys. Hopefully whatever Nick was saying, hopefully it wasn't bad. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I was so intent on what I was doing. I have no idea what happened when you guys couldn't hear me. So whatever I said, and we won't worry about that anymore. So I have stamped my swatch, and then I write my little name of the stamp set, or of the ink. Uncharted Mariner. All right, so I will wait for that to fully dry because it's Distress Oxide. It will stay damp for a little bit. I will wait for that to fully dry, and then I will get out my hole punch, and I will punch that hole, and then I'll put it in with the rest of my blues. All right, so that's the first thing I do when I get a new ink color. Second thing that I do now is I need to get my foam blending, my little blending foam swatched as well. So foam domed, it is a domed, right? As opposed to flat, it is a domed foam blender. There's my tool. And we'll actually use this, the blender and the tool on one of our lists today. But I had shown, I think these last weekend, maybe, last time we were together, one of the new storage tools that I have, and I released them with my friend Amy. So this was Amy's idea, and she said, yep, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And so we did. So, and this is actually going to be one of the first giveaways. This is what the little storage thing looks like. Hi, Kim. No, Kim. Hi, Mindy. No. Kim. I got it. Kim is in Rathdrum, Idaho. Kim, I don't know where that is. Okay. Anyhow, I'm not going to pay attention to the chat for a minute because it's going to send me a whole other direction. So this is the storage. It is a 5x7 plastic storage case. And it comes with 2 sheets that say Distress Oxide inks, and you have space for 20 on each sheet. So you can swatch 40 in this little kit. You have 42 little circles and then 40 of your little acrylics. So this is what you do. If you have any kind of blenders, this is a really common, I think, problem, that you have your little foam blenders, and you don't know what color is what, right? So those are all of my reddish pinks. And when I know I'm looking for, let's say, saltwater taffy, if I don't have some way to know that that one's saltwater taffy, then I'm in trouble, right? You never want to cross-contaminate your blenders, especially when it comes to mixing oxides and regular distress inks. They have 2 completely different properties, and you will mess up the properties that each of those independent ink types have. So don't want to cross contaminate. I have all of my little blenders now labeled. So you'll see there, that's a good example. We look on the other side. Each color is swatched and attached to the top. And then when you open up, you have each of your little blenders. All right. So I need to do that also with Uncharted Mariner. Even though, and this, I'm not really swatching these because I've really already swatched it, but this is so when I want to do something with a blender and Uncharted Mariner, I know where that one is. All right. So I've got my little squares, my little dots. I just need one. And we'll use this. I need a little piece of scratch paper. Yes, it is. It's an awesome. I would love to say that I came up with it. I didn't. My friend Amy did. But she said, I think people would really like this. So let's make them. And I said, awesome, let's do it. And they are fully back in stock again. They were in and out of stock very quickly, but they are fully back in stock again. So I'm loading up my ink on that little brand new blending tool. And I want to kind of give it a pounce. Whoopsie. Sometimes if I give it a pounce and a spin, ooh, look how juicy that is. All right, so there we go. That I now want to set off to the side because that is going to be pretty wet, right? It's going to be pretty wet. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to put the lid on this. Put the lid on this really quick because I don't want to get ink everywhere. I'm going to my blue section. All right, so here are my blues. And right now I have them in order of kind of color. But when I have a new one, it's not going to be in order of color anymore. So I'm just going to go where I can go. Once I have a full side planned out, I will, sorry, I got distracted for a second in my head. Once I have the full side all swatched out, then I'm going to come in and put, what is it called? Like the clear, kind of like clear sticker paper. Not that, but you know what I mean, over the top. So then all of those are now nice and preserved. All right, so here we go. Same thing. I need to do a little pouncing there. And this guy's, let me move that. This guy's going to go right here. There we go. Uncharted Mariner. So that is also wet. I need for that to dry. So once that is dry, I will come back with my little, what is that called? Velcro. The rough side of my Velcro, and I will put that there. So it'll be just like that. And then that guy will sit right on there, just like that guy sits right on there. That is the smooth side of the Velcro. There's the scratchy side. So that will always just sit right there until I need to use it. And then I will write under there Uncharted Mariner. So that is the process that I go through when I get a new ink. I also am going to leave that guy. Actually, I need this for a minute later. So I'm going to do this. Inky fingers, laminate, contact paper. Yes, something like that. All right, so here we go. Normally you could just pull that off with your fingers, but you guys know me and my inky issues with getting things on my fingers. So just gonna pull that guy off. And this one I will set right over there. Whoops, I'm going to need that. So let's set that off to the side. That one I will set there. Over here, off to the side. And this one I will set off to the side, and this one I'll set up to the side. So yes, I am all now inked and ready to roll. That's going to take me to our first giveaway. Of course, our first giveaway for today. Oh, you can see. Look at, oh, that's not in there because I just put it off to the side. But look at that. So 40, that will hold up to 40 of your little foam blenders in one little box. So look at that, all of my inks right there. Okay, so my first giveaway is one of these, okay? So I have 3 different versions of this. There is the storage, this guy. Then there's a storage plus 4 packages of the little foam blenders. And then there's storage plus 4 packages of the foam blenders plus the little, plus those little guys. So those are linked in the description box of the video when you click on what I'm using. The way that you participate in the giveaways, this will be our first one for today. When the video is over, so not in the chat, but when the video is over, I want you to go back and leave a comment. Leave a comment on the video and tell me one of your favorite fall memories. That's one of the items on our list today, or one of our lists today. Tell me one of your favorite fall memories, or just pop in and say hi. Leave a comment, and I will give one of those away. I'll announce the winner for that next Saturday when we're together. Okay, now we play. So our first list is favorite fall memories. That is the first list that I am going to do. I know, Ginger, isn't that an awesome idea? Yeah, because that is, if you have more than 2 or 3 of those little foam blenders, there's really not a great way to store them and keep them organized and keep them labeled. So unless you have, say if you have 80 inks, unless you have 80 of the little tools, and that's a lot. I mean, that starts to get really expensive. So you don't really need a bunch of tools. You just need a couple of the tools, the handles, and then the little blenders and a place to store them. Marilee, on what side of the case are the circles with the name of the inks? On the outside? Is that why you said you'll put a clear sticker sheet on it? Yes. Marilee, those are all on the outside. Okay, so they're on the outside. Now, I suppose I could take those and put the little circle like right there on the inside. That would work too. You could put them on the inside if you wanted to. Mine are on the outside. Now, mine have a little bit of cross-contamination because these got, all of these got got mailed to Amy, and then mailed back to me because she did a video for me for them. So they got a little bit cross-contaminated in the mailing. Okay, so here's some good feedback. Mindy said, I tried keeping them under the ink pad. So I think Mindy is saying she tried doing this. So she tried putting them right here. Is that right, Mindy? And she said she hated that. So this is the solution for sure. Oh, no. I know what you mean. Here, some people have said that they will store them right here under the ink pad. Mindy, sorry, that's just taking me a minute longer to figure out what you're saying. Here's the thing. If you have the flat ones will store here. The flat ones will store here. The domed ones won't. The domed ones are too tall. And then you're going to get, wherever you're setting that, you're going to get the ink from the blender wherever that is being set. So, and I don't know, I've never tried the flat ones, but I do know that the dome ones are too tall for that. All right. Okay, now let's play. All right, our first list is favorite fall memories. So that is going to be a 2-page list for me. And I am using Happy Harvest. Happy Harvest? Is that what it's called? I'm having a total brain cramp. Harvest Market. Wow. I got Harvest right. Harvest Market from Simple Stories. So this one is also linked in the description box of the video. I did a little playing, you guys. Linda May said hers always fall off. They fall off if you store them that way. Okay. Under the ink pad like we were talking about. So I did a little playing last night. Should I show you what I did? And then we're going to play together. Look you'll see a couple of things. Look at what I did. A little mixed media, right? Look at that. Marilee said, what is the difference between flat and domed? So the difference between flat and domed, I don't even know I think I got rid of all my flats. So the flat, actually, hang on. I lied. I did not get rid of all my flats. I'll show you right now. This is what the flat one looks like, Marilee. So see how it's flat, not domed. And for me, it's personal preference. But the flat, because you have those you have those edges, those kind of distinct edges on the flat. A lot of times when I'm trying to do blending, I'll get those edges. So the edges are very distinct when you're doing some of your blending. And I don't like the distinct edges like that. So these are the original. This is like the OG blending foam. And then now you have the domed. So I prefer the domed. That's all I use is the domed. All right, so anyhow, yes, I did a little bit of playing. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We are going to create a background for our list. And I don't know yet, because I have one more that I'll show you. So we've got a couple of different ways that we can play with our inks and those little blending tools as we are, if we want to create a background. So I pulled out 4 colors that I felt really matched well with this collection. Fossilized amber, spiced marmalade, salvaged patina, and powdered rose. I need some white cardstock. So I've got some white cardstock there. Let me grab my trimmer. Susan, hi Susan. Yes, Susan said, Susan's one of my Texas friends, Susan doesn't have a Texas accent. Not noticeable, I should say. Hi Susan. Yes, white cardstock. So I am going to, I need to have a background over here. I could also even have a background over here. I think I'll end up with a background then a background. So let's figure out what we want to use before we do that. My list will be over here, and I'm going to actually make my list on top of whatever we do. All right. So, oh, I know. Someone said this one. This is so fun. My favorite color is autumn. So originally I was going to use this, and then I thought, I don't think I can use this one. The reason why is I need it to be 5 inches wide, right? I need it to be 5 inches wide. And if let me see, 0 centering, that would give me the center right there. Wait a minute. That would give me the center right there. We go. 3.5, 2.5. Duh. Hang on, I'm almost there. There we go. It's 6. Okay, so here's my center. I'm using my 0 centering ruler, so I'm using the bottom part of the ruler. 0's in the center. My numbers match up on the left and right, 3 and 3. So if I need this to be 5 inches, I'd end up with 2.5, 2.5. My 2.5, 2.5, what I'm worried about is, let's go back to 2.5, 2.5. I was worried that, whoopsie, 2.5, 2.5. I was worried that's where my 2.5 would be. And this is, actually, guess what? I think I'm okay, because watch this. I was worried that if I cut that down to 5, that I would be cutting off the title, but guess what? I'm not. So we're going to for sure use this one, because this is the one I wanted to use. All right, I'm okay. All right, let's go ahead and cut that. Yes, flats have been around for a long time, right? Flats have been around for many years. The domed are fairly new. And I loved the domed because they just make it a little bit easier. When you're not much of a mixed media person like me, you need all the help you can get. Let's be honest, not much. When you do nothing with mixed media because you don't like to get your fingers dirty, you need all the help you can get. There we go, so that works. My favorite color is autumn. All right, let's move this guy out of the way. All right, this is going to go on the, it's going to go on the right side of my spread. I need a corner rounder because I like to round the corners. The inserts that I use are standard wide inserts. These I have on my website. I like to round the corners because the inserts themselves, the pages in the inserts themselves have rounded corners. So this guy will go right here. That, now you can see, is how I came up with the colors that I did, because Salvage Patina looks really good there. Your Tattered Rose goes well there. And then Fossilized Amber and the Spice Marmalade. And guess how I matched those, by the way? I matched those. I didn't pull all these out ahead of time. I pulled out my little swatches and went, let's see. Let's see, does Tattered Rose work? Tattered Rose? Oh my goodness, yes, Tattered Rose looks great with that. As opposed to pulling out all my pinks and going, I don't know, does that work or not? Also, you'll see that you get a little bit of a color variation between what's printed and then the actual stamped image. So those are the colors that I pulled out. Let's go ahead and adhere this over on this side. Let's hope, oh my goodness, now I'm worried for when Nick's gonna come back, right? When Nick comes back, I don't wanna lose you guys again. Gosh darn it, wouldn't you know it? That's happened once before in like the 2.5 years we've been doing this, I think. Sam was here, our younger son, with my dad, and they got in my car to move it or do something, and then I completely lost everybody sound-wise. I'm like, oh no, what happened? And then it just never connected. The sound never connected again. Well, later I figured out, I think somebody in the chat said, hey, did your car connect? And I'm like, no, my car didn't connect. I'm not in my car, I'm here. And then later I went, oh yeah, that's right. They are, they were doing something. I just didn't know what they were doing. So in the future, if you're ever on a YouTube live and you lose sound, check the connection in a car. Yeah, silly. Silly, right? All right, so that's the right side of my spread. Now, for the left side, I am not sure yet what colors I will use, so maybe we'll end up there. I don't know. I think I might have to pull the orange in. I think maybe I'll pull in the orange instead of, I don't know. We'll see. So for a background over here. Oh, I know. If I did this guy could go here, and then I could not use the yellow, and then I could use the orange. I could use those 3 colors. I think let's try it. I think we're going to try it. So this guy, I need to trim to fit over on the left page. I want to trim this to 4 3/4. The width of my insert, the width of my page is 5 inches. So if I trim this to 4 3/4, I'll have a little bit of a border all the way around because that's from a 6x8 pad. All right, let's round the upper left corners. All right, I need somebody to chat. Oh, there we go. Talia, thank you. I saw Linda May's comment was up there for quite a while, and then I always wonder if I lost you guys somehow in the chat. Talia said that just happened to me. My husband's out in the car with our sleeping toddler, and I'm watching on my phone, and I lost sound. Took me for so okay. Nice to know. It may be not only when you're doing what I'm doing, but if you're on the other end, you would lose the sound as well. That makes sense because it's connected in the car, right? I don't know, all the technologies sometimes. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship with technology, right? Amazing. What we can do with technology is absolutely amazing. But when it doesn't work or it works differently than we want it to at the moment, then it's a bummer, isn't it? I didn't quite get that on straight. Well, be gentle. Need to be gentle because there's a list on the other side of that. Okay, very gentle. I did not get that straight, so let's go this way. Let's try this way first. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we are. All right, next. I thought I would use this because, of course, how can we not use that? That for my title. Although, this may end up going down here on my background that we are going to do a little bit of ink blending on. So I think this will probably go down here because here, I don't know, we have a lot of words and a lot of words. So that will kind of help to balance a little bit. At least that's what I'm going to say. All right. Dandy, you know what? I've heard that a couple times. Dandy said dental floss helps release the tape. I need to have dental floss in my little arsenal here, don't I? Terry said, we've arrived at the cabin. I lost you for a little while. We were on a dirt road. What did I miss? Oh, I don't know. Missed me losing sound, missed all kinds of things. All right, white cardstock. So that width there, that still fits there. All right, let's go ahead. I will trim this. So I want some of that white background there, right? So let's cut this guy right about there. And that will be, so that the width of this is 4 and the height is about 7 1/4. That's what I'm going with. 4 by 7 1/4. That will be what I'll do my mixed media on. That you probably never thought that you would hear those words, that sentence coming out of my mouth. And that's what I'm going to do my mixed media on. All right, so I'm going to first grab my Sharpie because I want to do my outline first. No, I'm going to do my outline after. All right, so let's grab our little scratch paper here. This is now going to be scratch paper because we're going to try a couple of different things. There are 3 different ways that I have thought that might be fun to do backgrounds for our list. I've done 2 of them here, and then there's another one. I haven't tried this other one, so we'll try this one first. I saw someone do this, and I thought that looks kind of cool, where you just take the ink pad and you just drag it like that. All right, so I just dragged it. Probably should have dragged with a different color so you'd be able to see a little bit better. I know, Terry, Vicky and I were talking on the phone yesterday for quite a while. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to try something tomorrow. All right, so you can kind of see I dragged it just a little bit. If I drag with a more pronounced color, then I should have a more pronounced drag like that, all right? But you can also see I did something there with the pressure, right? There's more pressure there than towards the end. Now, if I was a true mixed media person, I'd be getting out my, I don't know, watercolor brush and blending that, and then you wouldn't see those little things. But, all right, so then let's try this guy. So that little bit of a different technique. So what you see there, that is, that line is, I guess, where, I don't know, somehow my pressure is changing. So that could be kind of fun. I could play with that a little bit more. And that could just be the background of one of my lists, right? I won't do that today because I think I need to play with that kind of technique a little bit better and play with kind of the different pressure that I'm applying so I get a little bit more of an even. What made me think of that though? When we were together doing this list, look at, I saw that and I thought, well, oh my gosh, we could totally do something like that on our own for a background, right? That is a pattern paper from Ginger Snap, from Pretty Little Studio. But that's basically what that is. So that is one way we could try to come up with that look, right? So another way that we could try to come up with that look is to take my little piece of pattern paper here. And I think this is the one that I'm actually going to do. So I'm going to use the piece that I cut. I can take my little ink blenders, right? There are my little ink blenders. And where are my little 3 foams that I had out? Oh, I had it all organized and now I don't know what I did with my little foams. Well, I'll just get 3 more little foams. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm such a ding-a-ling. Yes, so guess what? I don't need fresh foams. Guess which foams I need? Golly. I need these foams. Wow. Some of you were sitting there just shaking your head going, wow. Wow, Layle, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I don't know what to tell myself either. All right, so I need Savage Patina. And it's over here because this is still drying. All right. There's that one. And I need Tattered Rose. So Tattered Rose is going to be over here. Tattered Rose. And then I need Spiced Marmalade. And that one is right here. All right, so before, you know what would happen? If I was trying to do this pre-having this little storage, I would have to pull out 3 new inkers. Or 3 new blending foams because I would not know what those were. I might have some done. I might not have some done. So makes it so much easier. Now I brought out 3 little tools just because it would be easier if I had 3 tools and wasn't swapping them out. But really you only need one of the little handles, one of the tools. All right, so here we go. If I am going to, where did my little title go? Where did that fall go? All right, friends, where did my fall go? Does anybody see it? Because I've got stacks of things going now. Okay, now I got to look up here. Anybody see the fall? Oh, there it is. There's the fall. All right. So this is going at the bottom and I want to go light to dark. So I'm going to start out with Tattered Rose because that's the light. And I'm blending that. I'm just kind of going in a circular motion like that with my little tool. And I am going to, you can tell my fingers are going to get it. It's just what's going to happen. I'm just going to come in here and blend. Okay, there's my blend. I don't have any sharp edges. And that is one of the benefits of using the domed as opposed to the flat one that we were looking at earlier. All right, so there's that guy. And you guys, all I did last night, was play. As I was doing this, all I did was just kind of play to see what it might look like, right? So now we'll come in with the next color. And do a little bit more. Now I have, that's interesting. Wonder what that was. Must have somehow had a little line on the paper. And then we'll do this guy. My edges there are a little bit not, oh yeah, this is what, okay, you know me, my fingers. This is gonna drive me nuts with my little fingers. Let's try a paper towel so I can hold on to it like this. I know, how can you do mixed media if you're not willing to get your fingers all inky, right? All right, so see what happens when I kind of go from the orange into the blue. We kind of get a little bit of green going on there, right? Because it's blending that orange and the blue. So I will be the first to tell you, you guys know this about me, I am not a mixed media artist by any means. But you don't have to be, right? This is just play. So I made a little blended background. I probably need a little bit more practice, right? Because I haven't done a very nice job of blending the pink into the orange, but I'm playing. So you can't do anything wrong when you're playing, right? All right, so I'm gonna put these three away. And what I might do, I also started bringing in some stencils, you guys, because I thought stencils are a great way for us to create our own backgrounds, right? I could use a stencil like this, and this is also from Harvest Market. I keep wanting to call it Happy Harvest. This is also from Harvest Market. And I could use this just plain. So you'll see over here, I used it just plain on the paper, but I could also use it on top of. So I could use it on top of what I've already done, like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I had pulled out weathered wood, and I thought weathered wood might work well for what we're doing because you have a little bit of, I want it to be pretty neutral, right? I want it to be pretty neutral, and I have a little bit of that gray kind of over here in the water tower. So let's see what we got. Oh, I need weathered wood. I need my little weathered wood. So weathered wood would be, whoopsie, right here. Oh, I can't, it's a thing. It's a thing. The ink on my fingers, it is a thing. I just have to get over it, don't I? All right, so I am going to grab my little, I gotta pry it off. Normally you just pry these off with your fingers, but you know me. You know me and my issues. All right. There we go. Just going to, okay. And we'll get a little bit of ink on this guy. And let's see. I could do it all over, or I could just do it in a few places. What do you think we should do? Maybe should we just try a few places? So when I'm doing this, I can blend it, or I can pounce it. And it really depends on, a lot of it depends on the stencil. There's some intricate parts of this one. And then there's some pieces when I blend it, they tend to lift up a little bit. So let's see. There we go. There's a corner. I think I will not do it everywhere. I think I'm not going to do it everywhere. So let's just see where else we want it. Maybe a little bit there. Maybe a little bit down here. I don't want to go too far down over here because my fall is going to be in the way. Or my fall will cover it. That's okay. Just playing. Let's see what it looks like. A little bit. Let me see. Let me pull that off for a sec. Let's put this down. All right, I think we need a little bit more, don't we? Maybe we need a little bit more over here. So let's just go back here. Oh, I don't want it on top of that though. Oh yeah, now Pat said you could use a baby wipe to remove color. And now Pat, you're getting way far beyond my mixed media techniques. I think that if I remove color with the baby wipe, that I have to be careful. Well, I know I have to be careful because I'm just using, this is just Nina Bright White cardstock. And so if I bring a lot of water or moisture in, then that could really start affecting the paper, right? So, and there's nothing wrong with that if I get a little buckling and stuff, but I know with Layle's personality, that is something that may not sit well with my little personality. But you can do all kinds of lifting and resisting and with different mediums that you use. And all right, I think we'll do that. I think we'll leave it there. And I just want to, no, my wipes are not here. So I need, well, I'm just going to put that upside down on that paper towel because I need to clean that off with a baby wipe. Okay. Just a tad more on the left, I think. All right. I know Jessica said I have those same issues. No messy fingers, right? So this is a way that you will see me try to work in a little bit of mixed media into my very much black and white world. And when I say black and white world, I generally don't, when I use ink, it's usually for stamping. Sometimes I will ink the edges of something, but generally I'm stamping and I'm stamping titles or stamping something like that. So this is how you'll see me have a little bit of fun playing, but still stay between the lines, if you know what I mean, right? Stay between the lines. All right, so that can go right there. And that will be the base for my list. This guy will go right here. See what that did over here? We have lots of white down here and we have white right there. Bringing that guy in with all the white background behind it helps to kind of pull the two sides together a little bit, right? All right, so let's go back, move this off, and put that little title along the bottom. When it comes to my list, there are a couple things I need to keep in mind. One is that I am writing on top of something that has been inked. Vicky said, hi, I do approve. Look it, I haven't ran to the restroom yet, Vicky. My wipes are in the other room. So I have ink all over, well, not really, but for me, that's ink all over my fingers. And I'm not freaking out a little bit, but not a lot. You should have seen it when Vicky was here and we blew bubbles on paper with ink and water. And I didn't freak out too much, did I, Vic? All right, so here we go. And I need to start my list. So I'm writing on top of ink. I wrote, when I played with this yesterday, I used two different pens to see what would happen. I used my regular old Sharpie that I use all the time for everything, right? My little fine tip black Sharpie. I also pulled out my photo signature marker, okay? Both of those, the fine Sharpie and the photo signature marker, both of those you can get on my website. The difference between a Sharpie and a photo signature marker is meant, both permanent, but a photo signature marker is meant to write on photos. You know how photos have kind of like a glossy surface on them? Well, some, right? Some photos are glossy, some are matte. But if you ever tried to write on a photo that has a glossy finish, your pen will work for 2 seconds and then it stops working. It's because that glossiness is interfering with the pen. Photo signature marker is designed to write on photo without having that happen. Because the Distress Oxide has a little bit of a chalky finish to it. I don't know, that's probably not the right word, but that's the word I'm going with. Has a little bit of a chalky finish to it. Sometimes if you are using your Sharpie to write on it, your pen will get a little bit dry because of that finish. Now, what I don't know is, so this I did last night. Vicky, this is part of what I did last night when I was watching you. So still has a bit of a chalky finish to it. So let's see what happens if I write on it 12 hours later. Okay, it's okay. It is fine. So I can use this. When I was inking when I was making my little, like these little guys, where are they? Oh, when I was writing on these, I had to, like Tattered Rose, I think I ended up having to do over and use this guy just because it was too chalky, and I was losing some of the paint. I was losing some of the ink in the chalk, not the chalk, in the little residue of the oxide. But I think I'm good with my Sharpie. So as I write my list on here, this is favorite fall memories, right? Okay, so I didn't really think about that. Let's try to pull this guy up. If I had my floss in here, this is kind of the floss when you don't have floss, this little tool. So I'm gonna lift this up a tad. I think I need to write memories underneath, right? So if we have this here, and I'm going to write this pretty small. Favorite fall memories. Okay, that works. All right, so now I need to list what those are going to be. Let's see. I need some bullets. So bullet wise, what if where did they go? Oh, here. So I pulled out some of these guys, the Tiny Shapes and Dot puffy stickers from Ellie's studio. I think maybe, what if we use the white ones? Then that will kind of still bring in more of this white, more of this white, more of this white. You can tell I'm trying to get back to my black and white nature, right? So I'm bringing in a little bit more white to tone down a little bit of the color. I know. All right, so let's see. What if these are my little bullets? So I can just start up here writing, right? Oopsie, what did I just get there? I don't know. I must have, oh, yes, I know what I did. When I pulled, look at the blue. When I pulled the Ancient Mariner foam blender off of the tool, got a little bit of blue on there. So, if I had my wipes, again, my wipes are packed. So, always a good idea to have wipes handy with you when you're playing with things like this. It's okay, I just got a little bit of a little bit of blue on there, but that's all right. So if I did that, I think, oh yeah, I better put that back because there's blue on there now. No, it'll be fine. I'll write over it and you won't even see it. All right, let's see what those are going to look like if I like that. Really don't love it. I know what I want to do instead. I am going to, as I make more and more blue on there, I am going to go to the bullet stamps and bullets and more. There just so happens to be a leaf. Oh, guess what's coming? Guess what is coming? Bullets and More Part 2. A whole new bullet set. This is probably my most used stamp set for me because I use them on all my lists with the little bullets. So we're going to use that little leaf. I think the leaf will be good. So let's use the little stylus and the little leaf. Oh, look at that. I didn't put that away apparently last time. There's another stamp on there. that would be the heart. Oh, where'd it go? We should always put our things away where they belong. Okay, hang on. Let me just get this guy put away. Let me get it put away. Heart goes back on the sheet. Okay, here we go. I am using the stamping stylus for this. Stamping stylus is a little piece. It is a clear acrylic rod, and I can put my little bullet stamps on the end of that. So these I also have on my website. Oh, you know what would be maybe neat? I don't know, not sure. What if we pulled in like that rusty color? Let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. So if I'm looking for that rusty color, let's see what we have. If I have a rusty barn door, no, that's not close. Oh, aged mahogany. I think aged mahogany is it. All right, let's get out aged mahogany. This is by far what I use most, what I do with stamping, what I use inks for the most is stamping. Obviously not so much the mixed medias, but we're working on it, right? We're working on it. All right, so we need to test this first to make sure that I like it. The aged mahogany. So look how easy that little stamping stylus makes it. All I do is, I don't know if I've used that one before, so I want to make sure I get it nice inked up. There we go in my ink, and we need like an oak leaf stamp like that. We like it? Oh yeah, let's go with it. Let's go with it. All right, so here we go. It's time to do our listing. I hope I like, oh, I know what I can do. Look it. Since I played with this yesterday, I can see if I like it on that, because it's going to go on that color. Oh, it looks nice on there. It will go on that color. Looks nice on there too. I just don't know what it looks like on the orange, but I think it'll be okay. I know, Linda May, Tattered Rose is literally like that exact color, right? I mean, it's like the perfect match. Savage Patina is a little bit brighter than the truck, but the orange Spice Marmalade is pretty close too. Alrighty, let's make our leaves. I'm going to go down just a little ways because, oh, I should have covered up the blue. I want to, I need something. Where is the tray of those things? Oh, here we go. I feel like I need something up top first. So let's find something up top. I'm looking to see if there is a, oh yeah, there's word strip stickers, but too much color. So I need a word strip sticker. I will pull one of those out. I'd like to have something white up there. You can tell, right? Old habits die hard. Old habits die hard. Where is the regular? That's Chit Chat. Why don't I have the regular one in there? Well, I don't know. Those are all of my word strip stickers, apparently, except for the one I want. I could just do something small, I guess. I'll use one of these little small guys. What about, how about this? Think happy, happy thoughts. We'll put this up here at the top. Oh yes, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. A little bit more white up there. I know, old habits die hard, right? Okay, put this away. Now let's list favorite fall memories. Okay, let's go. So oftentimes what happens on a Friday or on a Saturday morning, Nick and I are like this morning having coffee or whatever, although this one came about last night. I said, okay, Nick, one of my list topics is favorite fall memories. I have a couple things on my list. What do you think? What do you think of when you say favorite fall memories? And this is the first thing he said. I'm like, oh yes, of course, this needs to go on there. Said, getting engaged in Sun Valley. That's when we got engaged in the fall. So that's the first thing on my list. And that's what he said. Getting engaged in Sun Valley, Idaho. All right, and that, I didn't even remember when that was. We got married in 95, so that was probably in, I bet that was in 93? Maybe 93? I don't remember. All right, so there we go. That's the first one. Getting engaged in Sun Valley. I did not know it was coming. That is a really funny story. I'll have to tell you guys that another time. That is a really funny story. Because I can't like write and list and think and then try to tell that story at the same time, but it's a good one. Debbie, you did. Debbie got engaged in Sun Valley too. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm reading the comments about the water tower and what we should do with the water tower. Okay, next up. This is a big one for me. This was Sunday drives during COVID to see the leaves. I've lived in Utah since I was in fourth grade. Long time. And that was during COVID, was the, I think, first time that I can even remember ever specifically going on a drive to see the leaves. And there are amazing leaves in Utah. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I have the best memories the last 2 years of, because you're like anything to get out of the house. We've just got to get away. We've got to do something. So we had some really nice Sundays, Nick and I, doing that during COVID. Marilee, your 24th anniversary is this Tuesday. Congratulations. Jody's 28th today, Jody, is your 28th anniversary. Congratulations. Going to Sunflower Fields and Guttner Farms, going to War Eagle Craft Fair. You guys are sharing. So as I am working, share in the chat. If you're in the chat, even if you're not in the chat, pop in the chat and share. What are some of your favorite fall memories? Okay, what are they? Another one, of course, the boys playing in the leaves when they were little, right? And the bazillion, 1,012 photos that I would take. But yes, love that when they were so little and they would have so much fun. They could play for hours in the leaves, right? Burying themselves and coming out. Okay, next up, we have Debbie taking our girls to the pumpkin patch every fall. Other Debbie watching grandkids play in a pile of leaves. Mitzi got engaged in the fall of 85. Going to the pumpkin patch with my friend Jessie, Sam, and her son Jaden. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun doing that. This was down somewhere in Utah County a long time ago. And obviously Sam was probably, I don't know, maybe like 4 or something. So 4 or 5, I don't know. He was very into the whole thing and was having fun. And they had this really cool old fashioned truck and you could take pictures in the truck. And yeah, it was just so much fun. I love that. Friday Night Lights. Okay, so it's starting to happen a little bit. You guys can't see this, but I can tell a little bit in my Sharpie. I'm picking up a little bit of that chalky texture from the oxide. So I will probably just continue going, but I think, again, if I were to do it, I'd probably go back to that, the photo signature marker because it won't pick up some of that chalkiness. It's starting to drag a little bit as I'm writing. Friday Night lights when the boys were playing in high school. They both played football. I'll just say when the boys were playing because that's kind of understood. Friday Night Lights. Yes. Love, love, love. Miss that so much. Just miss that so much. It was such a fun time. Jack is 3 years older than Sam. So there was, I think, one game. So Sam was freshman. Jack was senior. There was one game where they both got to, obviously Jack was varsity and I think Sam was JV. And it was homecoming or something. And so we were winning by far. And so they let some of the younger kids play some, like the last few minutes of the game. And Sam and Jack were able to play together in the same game. And that was just the coolest thing. That was just really neat. Very good memory. That's funny. Karen said, going to high school football games because there was a payphone there that I could call the boyfriend long distance. That's funny. Debbie just went to the Witches Festival this past Monday. Well, scrapbooking in Utah. It was my second time. Yes, Gardner Village does Witches Festival, which is a very cool, a really neat thing. But yeah, a lot of people will do that around here for sure. All right, Friday Night Lights when the boys were playing. We used to have a hosting a Halloween party every year for friends and taking all the kids, running out of room, trick or treating. Okay. I don't know, you guys. It's out of my comfort zone. It's for sure out of my comfort zone. But you know what? We got to do it. We got to play. All right. I'm going to do one more. This one. Yes. Teaching and safari in South Africa. Oh my heavens, that was like an experience of a lifetime. I mean, honestly, that was pretty spectacular. All right, so now I've got this space right here, right? So I have to somehow distinguish between the things on my list and then my title. So I need, normally I would just draw a line right there. Let's see if we want to do that. If I draw a little line right there, I think that would be fine. I would either draw a line or put another, word strip sticker. A line or another word strip sticker. Well, let's look. Let's see if we can find a word strip sticker and see if we like that. And if not, then I'll just draw a little line. Going to pumpkin patch to pick up pumpkins to make jack-o'-lanterns with the girls. Always fun. Even today, we still do this. Love it. Sweater and hoodie weather. Yes. Back to school clothes. Oh, I know, right? Back to school shopping was always so fun, wasn't it? I loved that. All right, let's see. Adventure awaits work. Adventure awaits. Let's see if that goes there. I don't know. That might be too short. I kind of need something longer. Yeah. Well, I really don't have anything there, friends, since I'm trying to piece together, since I can't find my just regular old little thingy-wingies. So let's keep looking. What about one of these? Let's see if we can find one of these. That's a little bit longer. Oh, yeah. These are now totally too bold. All right. I am going to I will come back and add. I'm going to come back and add once I find wherever in the world I did with my, it's probably stacked over here somewhere. Whatever I did with my regular old, these guys. Anyhow, I'll come back and add. So I'll put something right there. All right, we're almost done. Almost done with this list. This list has been taking a long time, but it's because we're playing, right? We played. And so I feel like we need maybe a leaf, a leaf, a leaf, a leaf, a leaf, a leaf. Ah, there we go. Maybe we need a leaf down here. Let's see what we have. These are just die cuts. That's too big. Too big, too big, too big. Sticker book. Where'd the sticker book go? Let's see. I bet there's some little leaves in here. Oh, yes, some little leaves and some little acorns. All right, that's a little bigger. So let's do maybe just a couple leaves down here. Oh, yes, we like the maple leaf. And you know what I think I'll also do down here? I think maybe another word strip sticker. So once I find those elusive word strip stickers, my regular old small talk sticker book, then I will add word strip sticker there. So one there and one there. And then we need a little something in here, I feel like. And then we'll call it good, okay? Then we will call it good. This will probably look a little odd flying in the air up here. Yeah, we're not going to put that there. All right, we're going to call it good. I'm going to come back in, word strip sticker here, word strip sticker there, and then I think we'll be good. The only other thing I will probably do, I won't do it now, but I'll just start to show you. I will come in and add a little bit of definition around these trees. All right, so that helps to bring the black from the other side over. Right? I said I wasn't going to do them all. Anyhow, you get what I'm putting down. All right, so that just gives a little bit more definition. You guys know me, I like to outline pretty much everything. So just outlining those little trees will help them to stand out a little bit. And then, like I said, it will help to pull in a little bit more of the black so it's all together. All right, there we go. That is, I know, Carolyn. Carolyn said, where is the yellow washi tape? It's right there. Literally, it's right there off to the side. And you know what? Maybe I'll do that. Oh, look it. I could, right? I could do that there. I'll see what I end up with. Let's just do it. Let's just do it while we're playing. I'll take these guys off, maybe. If I pull these guys off, and then I'll try the little washi tape down there. Thanks, Carolyn. That's a great suggestion. I'm just going to use my classic. That's the classic ruler. I have 3 rulers. One's classic, one is blush, and one is navy. So let's see. Let's put a little bit of that down. We'll still do a word strip sticker in there, because I think I'll need that to help balance it. And then I'll put those leaves back. Where's the... That's interesting. My X-Acto knife isn't in there. I'm not sure why. I can't blame it on anyone else but myself. It's not like somebody took it, right? It's me. It is me. All right, here we go. Oh, I haven't put this down yet. We need to adhere this. I may need to come back in and I know what I think I'll also come back in and then maybe do just a little bit more of that leaf, a little maybe leaf right in there. And then maybe we'll be good. But I won't do that now. All right, so then these two are here. This guy will be here, maybe. And then we'll put this guy down here, maybe. All right, and then we'll still have a little word strip sticker right there. All right, done. Done, done, done. All right, let's get out. Let me just grab the tray and put all of these things away. That acorn, I think, is the cutest darn thing. I will use we'll at least use this one more time, for sure, in our listing. One thing, as I put these things away, that's fun with, this is, Kelly Bangs did this collection with Simple Stories. And what I love about some of her collections is that you'll have the theme, like this is very fall, very themey, but then you also have some really pretty florals. Like look at those florals that you could really use for anything. They don't have to be specifically fall. So I can use this same collection down the road on another list, but it doesn't have to be a fall list, right? It's just really pretty florals. So I'm always looking for generics, generic icons, generic die cuts and things like that I can work into just everyday lists, because not every list has a theme to it, right? Right. All right. So get these guys put away, and then we'll move on to our next list. So our next list, while I am doing that, we have 2 more lists to go. We'll see how time goes because I've got my hard stop. Next list is I Hate It When. So last week, wasn't that fun, that little banner? Last week we did I Love It When. This week we're doing I Hate It When. Or if you don't really like it, that's kind of a strong word, then you might be I Dislike It When. Or I Don't Like It When, instead of, saying hate. All right. Oh, let's talk about our next giveaway though. Before I do that, because we're still talking Harvest Market. I'm worried that I might have called it Happy Harvest in a number of places. Harvest Market. So I used Harvest Market in my holiday Traveler's Notebook Kit. So it's one of the two collections used in the Holiday Traveler's Notebook Kit for the months of November and December. So second giveaway is a Holiday Traveler's Notebook Kit. And this is what I did with it. So that is my setup for the month of November using that Harvest Market. And this is the setup for December using Baking Spirits Bright from Simple Stories. So you have everything that you need in that Holiday Traveler's Notebook Kit to put your Traveler's Notebooks together for November and December. So that's the second giveaway for today. Again, to participate in the giveaway, all you need to do is, when the video is over, come back and leave a comment on the video itself. And when we're together again next Saturday, right before we're together, I will draw 2 random lucky winners. So one is for the ink storage solution, your blending foam, for your blending foams, and the other one is that kit. Okay, so we're kind of cleaned up, kind of not, but not really, right? Kind of, but not really. And then I'm going to leave town, and then it's going to be a giant mess until I come home, which I hate that. I really hate leaving things a big mess, but it's just the way that it is, right? It's the way that it is. All right, second list, I Hate It When. So for I Hate It When, opposite of our I Love It When that we did last week. So I Hate It When. I Hate It When I am using Print Shop. I love Print Shop. I don't hate Print Shop. I don't hate it. I don't hate it when. I just hate it when everything that's going to be on my list. So we are using Print Shop. And I need all of the Print Shop things. Like that. So one of the die cuts, so there's something in there that I need. One of the die cuts that stood out to me when I was thinking about this list is, this is all still in a big pile from when I used it week before last. There were some, look at this. There was a die cut that had glasses on it. That's the one I want, because this will make sense in a minute. It has to do with one of the things on my list. Oh, that can maybe be kind of fun. So I have a mixture here of, there are 2 die cut packs in the Print Shop collection. One is flowers and the other one is called journaling. So I have a mix of both of those here, but I'm looking for, oh, there's the glasses. There we go. I Hate It When. That will be part of my list. This is going to be a pretty simple list. And then I want that one that says everything is fine. Thought that would be kind of funny. Everything is fine. I hate it when, and then everything is fine. I mean, I don't hate it when everything is fine, but it's kind of a funny little thing to go with it. Oh, and then I need a piece of pattern paper. Okay, let's see. Linda May, that was an umbrella. There was an umbrella in the die cuts for Harvest Market. Yes. Goodbye, Diane. Probably already missed her. Debbie said, I hate it when I come home to a dirty kitchen, right? So what do you guys hate when, right? What do you hate when? This could kind of be fun. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. So this is the paper pad. You know I love that, right? You know I love that. Okay, hang on. Maybe. Yes. Print Shop, or 6x8 pad from Print Shop. That's what I used on the inside. That's what I used here. That little paper. All right, I think it's, this. Okay, I'm not going to, I love the hearts, but I won't use the hearts on, and I hate it when, I won't use the hearts on a list about I hate it when. That'd be a great for I love it when. That is so cool. Vicky has a stencil using that. I saw her use that on her live last night. It's very cool. She did something really fun with that. All right, I think, okay, we're back for the repeat. So it will be one of these, single page list. So this will be on this side now. If I did this, but then it's kind of weird with that. But I really like all of the lines and everything here. I won't use that. I won't use that for this list because the circles and the circles are kind of lots of circles. So I will use this again for something. I really kind of like the look of this because if this is the base for my list and I use white cardstock like I always do. So this is the base of the list. I use white cardstock. Oh yes, I can use the back side of my little playing there. All right, let me get a piece of white cardstock. I hate it when my husband puts car parts, used horseshoes on the kitchen counter. Linda May, I can honestly say I have never had a used horseshoe on my kitchen counter. Anyone else? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone else had a used horseshoe on their kitchen counter? I think I'd hate that too, Linda May. Scrapinology said, I hate when I know I have something and can't find it. That is on my list. Unlike the horseshoe, I hate it when I can't find something. That's on my list. Karen said, I hate it when I hear people talk about other people's qualities. I assume, Karen, you mean bad qualities, right? Not good ones? Diane, I hate it when I miss a good sale. Oh, you know what? Diane, I love a good sale. Elise, hi Elise. Elise said, OMG, Layle Bueller. Diane, I hate it when telemarketers continually call our landline. Oh, yes. I hate it when Starbucks is closed. I hate it when I can't remember a word. Oh, you guys have some good ones going. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So let's do, these are usually 4 by, what did I say, 7 1/4? Let's see. It's so funny. So funny. So always like to know, even if you're not listing with me, I always like to know what would be on your list. What do you hate it when? Oh, okay. I understand, Karen. Yeah, that's what I thought. Karen said their perceived negative is determined by those doing the talking, right? Cindy, I hate it when I'm late somewhere. Oh, yes. Now, I phrased mine a little differently. Mine was, I hate it when I run out of time, right? Which generally means I'm going to be late. Debbie, I hate it when I truly lose something. I hate it when you get stuck in traffic and need to go to the restroom. Oh, yeah. That's it. Oh, Cindy, I'm right there with you when my clothes get too tight. Oh, yeah, right. I know. I hate that. Got a little bit of that going on lately. Too white. I was saying at the beginning, if you weren't with me, this is always, the fall is always my crazy busy time of year. So there's just a lot going on because I do a lot of travel teaching and project kits, new products. There's just a lot. And so fall is always crazy and a lot of stress for me. One of the ways that I deal with stress is eating. I don't sleep a lot and during this time, and my meals are very irregular timing wise. Like last night, well, I waited until Nick got home to eat, and I really didn't have lunch. And I know it's horrible. I know better. I know better. I know better. And we probably ate dinner around 10:30, which why even bother, right? Why even bother? You really shouldn't. You should just go to bed. But we had still lots of stuff to do, so whatever. But anyhow, yes, I stress eat. So clothes are feeling a little tight these days. Cindy said when all the leaves, you hate it when all the leaves fall from the trees. Right, yeah, you hate it when all the leaves fall from the trees. I agree. When daylight savings time returns to standard time, yes. Carolyn said, I hate it when people forget their manners, myself included at times. Yes, right? We can include ourselves in these things. I hate it when I do this, right? I hate it when I do this, whatever that is, right? We can absolutely be part of our lists. Yes, all right. So there were my glasses. Oh, yes, this is going to be a simple list. Because some lists, well, here's the thing. I always say, or I always say in my head, I think I always say in my emails about, I always say on the blog post, that's what it is, for our listing sessions. The only two things really that you need to list is something to write with and something to write on, right? That's all you need. All you need is something to write with and something to write on. You don't have to use distress inks and use die cuts and stickers and washi and oh my, you don't have to use all of those things. You do not have to use any of those things, really. Something to write with and something to write on. Because a lot of what we're doing here is we're storytelling, we're memory keeping, we're scrapbooking, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're doing here. We are telling stories about ourselves, things you like, things you dislike, your favorite memories about this, what you love most about that, what you hate most about this. We're creating a little time capsule, if you think about it, right? We're creating a little time capsule. I guarantee you, my mom tells me this all the time, like every once in a while she'll pop in and she said, hi, Layle, it's your mom. Hi, Janet. She'll say, hi, Layle, it's your mom. And everyone's like, hi, mom. Or hi, Layle's mom. But I'll be listening and she'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know about that about you. I had no idea. So when we're doing this, we're playing. I get so much out of this. I love connecting with you guys. I love playing. I love trying things that I've never really done before. I love what we do together, but I also love that I'm documenting, right? I guarantee you that, let's see, what would be something on here? Someone in my family doesn't know that, well, they know a lot of these. I don't know. Do my kids know that I love it when it rains? Do they know that I love it when the boys call just to chat? So there's really cool things that you are kind of documenting as you're doing this, if you're listing with us. So, but not everything has to be fancy. So this one's going to be super plain. Okay. So my title, I hate it when, and I am going to use, I pulled out two different puffy stickers from Felicity Jane, which, by the way, Felicity Jane is closing. So I have a number of Felicity Jane products on my website, and when they're gone, they are gone. So if you like these puffy stickers, where did the rest of them go? If you like other puffy stickers, I was able to order some more things that are coming, but when they're gone, they're gone. So if you like Felicity Jane and you want to have some things in your stash, then you want to grab them. Okay, I have no idea what I did with that. Oh, here. Are they in here? Oh, yes, here they are. Here we go. Okay, I have two different fonts. One is Aspen and one is Amanda. I don't know which one is which. I don't remember. But linked in the description of the video, and that says things I'm using. Then you'll find it. I actually think I'm going to use this one because these are a little bit more round than these, and my glasses are round. So I'm going to use that. I need hate. So I already checked ahead of time to make sure that I had the letters that I needed. I'm using my ruler. I'm using my ruler for a couple different reasons. Number one, I am using my ruler to line things up straight. So I'm using that little horizontal line right there. And then the other reason I will show you more momentarily. HA. I got to keep looking up because, oh, Jessica. Nice hanging out, Jessica. HATE. Alrighty. Yes, I have to keep looking up because if Nick pulls in and then I lose you guys sound-wise again, that will be sad. All right. Here we go. Linda May said, I don't like it when it freezes and all the blooms die in my flowers. Yeah, that happens in Utah, doesn't it? Oh, wait. Let's see. This is going to look like this one. I love it when, so I hate it when. I just need to make sure I have enough room. I hate it when. All right, so now I can use my ruler to decide where I want my title to go, right? I can get it centered or centered-ish, right? Because I need it to be a little bit off center, which will probably bother me. I hate it when, because I need to make sure that that fits over there. All right, then I'm just going to press those little guys down on the top. Let me just reposition that real quick. Okay, and then lift. So there we go, where I want them to be and straight-ish. Let me just move this guy a little bit. Okay. I hate it when. I hate it when. And then we'll do our little underline here. And this little underline will help to separate my title from the things on my list. I hate it when. Now, there was one other thing I was thinking I might use, right? I had a little sticker. Oh yes, this is from the sticker book from Print Shop. Everything is fine. This was on the floor. Well, lots of things are on the floor, but this sticker sheet was just kind of separated. It was on its own on the floor, and I picked it up and looked at it and went, everything is fine. That could be kind of fun to use. That maybe could go right there. What do we think? Everything is fine. These glasses will make sense in a minute. Yeah, there we go. That works. Alrighty, now I could look at all of these little stickers. I could use those little stickers as my bullets, right? Why don't we do that? That makes it easy. Since they're right there. So that is one of the sticker sheets from, oh, Nick's back. Did I lose you guys? I know, right? Karen said, Felicity Jane closing. I hate that for sure. I know. We hate to see that. Karen said, I hate it when I forget the most important thing on my shopping list and then the bank account says not until payday now, right? Or you forget the most important thing on your shopping list and then you get home and you're like, crap, I really needed that, huh? Diane, I hate when the labels on products change. Okay. Marilee, I hate it when I get nice and settled in and leave something upstairs or vice versa. Or you get nice and settled in bed and then you're like, crap, I forgot my phone or I forgot this or whatever. I hate it when products are value engineered. Ms. L, I love that. I've never heard that term, value engineered, but that makes total sense. Example, a pound of coffee is no longer 16 ounces, it's 13 ounces or 11 ounces now, right? A pound of coffee, yes. Janet, no, I don't understand. Janet said, because of what you just put on them. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. Anyhow, sticker sheet or sticker book from Print Shop. And that's where that's from. All right. So now I think we'll just use these little guys as my bullets. I hate it when there's lots of things on my list. Ooh, you know what might happen? This might have to turn into a double page spread because I have a lot. I'll see. I hate it when I run out of coffee creamer. Oh, that is such a bad way to start the day, right? Such a bad way to start the day. When I run out of coffee creamer, ooh, you know what? I'm not going to have enough of these. So I am going to have to do something a little bit different. I can use some of these, but not all. All right, I hate it when I run out of coffee creamer. I hate it when people don't take turns merging. That makes me so angry. Do you know that? Merging. I hate it when people don't take turns merging. I know what I'll do. We will use, hang on. Where is it? Where is the black? Oh, where are you? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Where is my black dot marker? Okay, no black dot marker handy. So we'll pinch it and we will go with the bullet stamp. Hang on. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. All right, you can tell I'm trying to go faster now. Shrinkflation. Karen, I hate it when I think there's something good coming in the mail Saturday and it doesn't come until Monday. Yeah, I know, right? I hate to wait for the mail or a package and you're so excited that it doesn't come. Then you get the email that says delayed. Oh, and I really hate it when you guys email me and say, I got an email from the post office and it says my package is delayed. Why? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm so sorry, post office. Right, okay. So because I am going to run out of those little things, we'll just end up with some little bullets like that and then some of these. All right. I hate it when, let's do a heart, even though we don't hate the hearts, but that's okay. They'll be our little bullets here. I hate it when, hot water's gone. Whoa. Right? The hot water is all gone. That doesn't happen anymore because our boys do not live at home anymore. Our boys would take, seems like 28-hour long showers, such long showers. But that doesn't happen anymore. But if you go to a hotel sometimes, I hate that. I hate it when people are mean. Right? Why can't everybody just be nice? There's no reason to be mean. Like, I hate it when people are mean to, like, wait staff, or when people are mean to, like, someone that cleans your hotel room, or just mean to other people. It's just awful. There's no reason to be mean. You get way further with honey than vinegar, right? I always try to teach the boys that. I hate it when, this was one that Nick said for me. I hate it when I don't have an umbrella. Like if it's raining and I don't have an umbrella, oh, I hate that. He goes, you hate that because you hate to have your hair messed up. That's so true. I hate it when it's raining and I don't have an umbrella. Very much so. All right, what else do we have? Oh, gossip. Janet hates gossip. When someone leaves an empty kettle without refilling it, Colleen. Carolyn hates getting her feet wet. Karen Haynes, I hate not having hot water when I go to step in the shower, and it's my fault. That's a good one, Karen. There's no one to blame but yourself. It's all your fault. All right, we'll do another one of these little guys. We'll do that here. We just kind of have a big run-on list going here. I've got ink all over my fingers. I hate it when I don't have an umbrella. I hate it when I forget where I put something. I hate it when I forget where I put something. Yes, I hate it. And then I hate it when Nick says, well, if you put it away where it belongs. Yes, I hate that even more. I hate that even more. Janet, I hate it when the toilet paper's not replaced. Yes, 100%. Ms. L hates it when in a rush and the gas tank is empty. Oh, yes, right? That was always, especially with the kids when they were here. Oh. I hate it when people don't listen. When people don't listen, including Nick. sometimes. In fact, this morning something was going on, and I said, Nick, I hate it when you don't listen. Then I go, oh, and then I walked over and added it to my list. I hate it when people don't listen, right? I hate it when people don't listen. When the smoke detector chirps in the middle of the night, right? And it's when. Oh well. I shouldn't have to write when because it's the when, but that's okay. When of the smoke detectors starts chirping in the middle of the night, because you know what you have to do? First of all, you have to figure out which one it is. And then you have to get a ladder. And then you have to get the batteries and then change it, right? It's the worst. It's like, seriously, I think someone that works in a smoke detector factory figured out a way to program them so they only chirp. They only chirp in the middle of the night. Why can't you chirp in the middle of the day? Like on a Saturday when someone's around to help you change it instead of the middle of the night. Thank you, Terry. My 45-ish minute warning. Thank you. Kylie said assumptions. Do not assume you know the truth. Right, exactly. Assumptions, right? You never know what someone is going through. One of my favorite quotes or sayings is about not judging someone or not assuming things about people, because, or even comparing yourself to other people, because you never know where they are in their journey. You could just be starting something and maybe they're in the middle of it, or maybe they're in the end of it. So you can't compare yourself. You shouldn't judge. You don't know what people are going through. So yes, I agree. Oh, Terry, I hate it when your neighbors ignore their barking dog for hours. Yes, that's a good one. Debbie, I hate it when my husband doesn't take my advice. This is not on my list, but Nick said, oh yeah, you hate it the most. This one, I won't put on my list. I hate having my belly button touched. Like one of my biggest things. I don't like it. And so Nick will always like try to pretend to like, oh, I just hate it. I hate it. Yes, hate it. Dawn, I hate it when people want to talk politics, right? Yeah, because it can be very divisive, right? It can be very divisive. All right, smoke detector in the middle of the night. When I run out of something. I hate it when I run out of something, including coffee creamer. All right, and now this is where the glasses come in. I hate it when I forget my sunglasses. If I'm out in the sun, I need sunglasses. So I hate it when I forget sunglasses. And that's why I have the glasses. Even though, well, those could be sunglasses. They're like John Lennon-y sunglasses, right? Carla said lack of communication, right? Lack of communication. Elise says, OMG, me too. About the belly button. I know, I just seriously hate it. Terry says, TMI, not on my list. I said, I'm not going to put that on my list, but then I told you guys anyway. You know me, I'm an open book. Karen, I hate it when I get to work and realize I forgot my eyeliner. I hate when I open the fridge and a container of food falls to the floor and opens. Yes, Scrapinology, so true. Kylie, I hate when I tell people I cannot take spicy foods and they say it's not spicy. Try it. And then I listen and instantly regret. Never trust the non-spicy, right? Never trust the person. Oh, wonder if we could somehow work that into a list, like a never trust. I'm going to think about that one because that could be kind of fun. A never trust. And I'm going to associate that with Kylie. All right, never trust. Figure out if we can make that into a list because that could be fun. Never trust it when someone tells you it's not spicy. That's so true. When I forget sunglasses, I traveled a lot. When I have the center seat on the airplane, I do not like the center seat. If I have a choice, I have the window. I like the window because I like to take pictures out the window, but I also like kind of being just kind of nice and cozy against the window, like the window seat, not the center seat. Not. And when Nick and I travel together, generally I end up in the middle because he's 6'2", and he says, oh, I have long legs, and so I need the aisle. And I say, okay, because that's true, right? That's true. All right, so next up, we're almost done with this one. I hate it when the algorithms. I don't remember how to spell that. Algorithms. Will someone Google and tell me how to spell algorithms? Algorithms. I can't figure out the last half of it. Kylie, I hate it when the floor makes me visit it and there was nothing to trip over. That is funny. Algorithms. Thank you, Jane. Hi, Jane. Algorithms. ITHMS. I hate it when the algorithms mess with things. Right? That's predominantly on social media. Jane, are you in Brussels or are you back in PA? Okay. When the algorithms mess with things, I hate it when the mosquitoes find me. Mosquitoes find me, and they always do. If you don't want to have mosquitoes around you, then come with me because they'll all flock to me. I hate it when mosquitoes find me. I hate it when I lose internet access. Colleen hates it when people forget to give thumbs up on the video. See what I did there? Colleen, thank you. Colleen just typed a comment in the chat that says, everyone, remember to give the video a thumbs up. Yes, please. Super important. I love that. Thank you. Cindy hates it when she has to get up in the night to go to the bathroom. Karen hates it when she loses internet access. Kylie hates it when the dog pukes at 3 a.m. versus midday, right? Why? Or when your kids would get sick, why the middle of the night? Or your pets, your partners, whatever. Why the middle of the night? Can't you get sick in the middle of the day? Yes. All right. So when mosquitoes find me, we're almost done. I hate it when I can't go back to sleep. Oh, then that is on my list. Kylie, that's kind of funny. When I can't go back to sleep. So you guys, when we're talking about documenting in like a little time capsule, this, I guarantee you, there are people in my family that would have no idea these things about me. Now, some people would, right? But some people don't. So it's just kind of, these types of lists, I think are very fun for that reason, because they're a little bit of a time capsule. The other way that they're a time capsule is that things that are on my hate it when list now, probably different than if I had done the list 10 years ago, and really probably different than if I do the list 5 years from now, right? Things change. That's what I mean when I say it's a little bit of a time capsule list as well. Hate it when I can't go back to sleep. I hate it when my phone dies. My phone dies, meaning really it runs out of battery. And I need a short one. I hate it when it's humid. I do not like the humidity. So that will be the end of my, I hate it when it's humid. Okay, there we go. There is our hate it when list. This is, here's another hint into a stamp set that will come out after the first of the year. It's going to be called Opposites Attract. So we do a lot of lists like this, the hate, love, hate, this or that. Those are two examples, but of like opposites attract lists. So there'll be a whole stamp set kind of surrounding this for our listing. It'll be a list builder, opposites attract. Alrighty, so our third list is a 2-pager, which means I need to skip this page for now. And when I have another single page list, I will just come back and do this. Oh, speaking of, I need to date this. So let's do this. I'm just going to do this little one right here, 10/22. Okay, we just did that right there. And this guy, we'll just do another little 10/22 right here. Okay. So third list is a 2-pager. This one is in the news. So I hate it when I am trying to get too close to something and I put my head under the camera. Hate that. Mitzi hates it when she can't remember movies. Cindy hates it when the toilet seat is left up. Kylie hates it when you hold the door open and 15 people walk in without saying thank you and you can't find your family friends. Yes, and I hate people that don't say thank you. That's another one. I hate it when people don't say thank you. Just show your appreciation, right? Just show your people's appreciation. Okay, Colleen, I hate it when people don't follow instructions. Yes, for sure. Okay, guys, here we go. Third list. Third list is in the news. This is a list that we typically do once a month. Originally, when I was doing my About Last Month, so this is About Last Month, my About Last Months were a combination between things that were happening in my life or friends' lives and kind of things that were also in the news. And there was always, for me, too many things on my list when I was incorporating the in the news things as well. So, I don't know when I came out with the in the news stamp set a while ago, but I will pull out a couple of examples here. This is funny, no judging. Partially done, right? Partially done, not yet finished because we ran out of time. I will come in and finish this one. Trust me, I have a reason to. So I will finish, but that's an example in the news. In the news, I always have 8 photos over here and then my little in the news here. So this was from April. Another in the news, also not yet finished. This was from May. So we made a little pocket with the typewriter and then stamped library card and then tucked the library cards into the typewriter. But again, there were 8 photos. So, yes, dear.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you halfway through your last list?
Yes.
Okay, you only have 30 minutes.
I know.
And I'm going to turn on Harvey and take over.
What did I tell you guys? I told you Nick would be in here going, hello. Yeah. So yeah. Did you hear what he said? No, he said, the way I'm going to make you stop, it's basically I'm going to go turn on Harvey and take over. So I would lose sound and then you would hear Nick, right? Yeah. So that's kind of funny. Okay. Kylie said, no, Nick. Okay. So, in the news, I need stamp set that is in the news. So let's grab that. That would be right here in the news. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. So we'll see what happens. I thought I would just switch it up a little bit. Well, switch up this side a little bit. This side, why did he put that there? All right, so I always do 8 photos. Obviously, none of these are my photos, okay? None of these are my photos. I keep a running list on my phone, just in the notes, of different news things that happen throughout the month. And then that's how I easily remember when I go to sit down to make my list. As I just look at all those things and then I have them. So one of the things that happened in September, right? Queen Elizabeth II died. Mikhail Gorbachev died. Both Serena Williams and Roger Federer announced that they were retiring from tennis. Hurricane Fiona. So I've just pulled some photos, and this is on a 5x7. So that's one photo, one 5x7 with the smaller photos. I use the Epson PictureMate PM400 printer to print this out, and they're just pre-configured templates on that app, the Epson Creative Print app. So I just pull open the app, and I will be doing a video on this by the end of November, kind of to show you how it all works. But super easy. You just pick one of the pre-configured templates, and this was a pre-configured template that looked like this. I just went to Google, found the photos that I wanted to use, saved them directly to my phone, and then opened up the app and moved all these little photos into the template. So easy peasy. All right, so this is going to go on the left side of my page. I need to trim it down just a tad, and I will explain why. Oh, Nick's cooking something for our trip all of a sudden. It smells good. All right, so I need to trim it down just a tad. The inserts that I use are standard wide. They are 5 by 8.25. And you're thinking, well, wait a minute, Layle, you said this is a 5x7 photo. Why should you have to trim it down? The reason I need to trim the width just a tad is because the Hang on. Okay, there we go. Is because, yes, it is 5 by 8.25, but we lose just a couple millimeters from the staple in the center. So I need to make that just a little bit narrower. And there we go. That's good. All right. I am going to use some of my washi on this one. And these are all of, I think I have everything in here. All of my different, where's the date? Oh, there it is. Whew. I was going to say, are you kidding me? The one I want to use isn't there. Those are all my Layle by Mail washis. There's a couple in there that are missing. I don't know where they are, but it's okay because I don't need them for this list. So what I thought I would do, normally when I do when I do in the news, I am using the typewriter. I'm not going to use the typewriter this time. I'm going to do a little bit something different with my title. So I need to focus on what's going down below. And I'm using the new date washi. Okay, so see that? You have 3 different sections. Terry, I just remembered. I saw your comment from a little while ago and I was going to reply to it or respond to it and then I didn't. Terry had mentioned before that Persnickety Prints is having a big sale on their photos. I think they just do this once or twice a year. Persnicketyprints.com. They do amazing halide print processing. They still do darkroom processing, which is pretty much impossible to find anymore. They're amazing. It's a local Utah-based company that is owned by a woman named Sharpie Pack. She's an incredible business and cares very, very, very much about what she does. Silver halide printing, it's called. Anyhow, and you can order online, just go to persnicketyprints.com. So they're in a big sale right now. Colleen, I got it. Angel Time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. I love it when you point that out. They're in a big sale on their prints right now. Terry asked if I use 6x8 for their 6x8 prints for my Traveler's Notebook when I do a full size. Terry, I don't. They do 2 different Traveler's Notebook size prints. One is a standard. I don't think they call it standard, but it is a 4.33 by 8.25, that's standard. And then Shari did one for us that used standard wide. So that one is 5 by 8.25. So to answer your question, no, but you could print a 6x8 and then just trim it down if you wanted, if you did not, for the sale, because that would make sense for the sale. All right, so there are 3 sections to the date washi. You can see you have January through December in kind of 3 different formats. The way I designed this is that each of those formats, each of the widths, fits across your page on a standard wide. So there was some thought, believe it or not, there's some thought behind most things. I won't say everything, but behind most things. So if I just wanted to use one of those along the bottom, I could, but I want this to span across the whole page. One of my favorite things that I did with this, I can say that because I designed it. One of the favorite things that I did, well, actually my designer did. There are little colored dots on each of those kind of formats. There's little colored dots there that separate the months from the days. There are colored dots here that separate the months from the days. And then on your third one, it's similar, it's just smaller. All right, so it's similar to our first one, but all of your days are now horizontal instead of stacked. So if you wanted, I'm just going to use this date washi right now for decorative. But one thing that I could do if I wanted, I could put my washi down somewhere, let's say there. And I could, let's say it is, I don't know, let's say it's January 17th. I could take, I'm going to use my photo signature marker just because there's some coating on the washi. If I wanted, I could do like circle 17 and circle January. So then I can use that. If I'm not using it for decorative purposes, I can use it to actually mark a date. maybe it's August 26th. Okay? So a couple different ways I could use that. All right, so this is going along the bottom. And then to add a little bit more color, I am adding outlined circles. So that is another washi right there. But look at that pop of color now. One thing that is nice about this washi is that it is transparent. So I can layer those two on top of each other and still see through, right? So I can layer, I guess you don't layer two on top of each other. I can I can layer the circles on top and I can still see because it's transparent. All right, so now look how nice that is. Just that pop of color, and really, if that's all I have on my list like that, it just is a nice way to blend in all of those colors from that photo. Okay, so those are two. I have 6 newer washies. I don't know, they came out in the summertime. So those you will find if you click on the things I'm using, you will see those 2 in there, but then on my website you can see all of them. I think I do have 18 different rolls of washi now that I have released. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to just draw my little outline, even though my little outline is really only going to be on the left side of the page. Oh, I wish it was here. Supposed to be here on Tuesday. So I have a brand new product coming, you guys. And you may have heard me allude to this over the last couple of weeks. It is a pencil board. So every time I use a pencil board, every time I talk about a pencil board, everyone's like, pencil board, what's a pencil board? Oh, I want a pencil board. So I have custom pencil boards coming. This is a pencil board. That's an example of a pencil board. A pencil board is basically something that you can put under something so you have a flat surface to write on or stamp on, right? So here, I need to do a little bit of stamping here, but look I have those puffy letter stickers. So if I try to stamp right here, it's going to be a disaster because I'm going to have all that puffy texture getting in the way of my stamped image. That's where a pencil board comes in. So this is a pencil board that Nancy Gullison made for me. And I love it and use it all the time. So all I do is I put a pencil board underneath whatever I want to stamp or write on, and now I have a flat surface to write on. So I have my own custom pencil boards coming. They are the same company that makes my rulers for me. So they'll be here Tuesday. They're on my website now for pre-orders. You can see what it looks like, but I just don't have them yet. So it is that same thickness. It is 1/8 inch thick, clear acrylic. It says Layle by Mail on top with the little scatter. And then it has grid lines on the back. So, well, everything is etched on the back. So you could use it as stamping block if you need it, but you also have that, and it's 5x8. So it would just slide right under for your pencil board and off you go. Just like these, just like the rulers where I showed you guys how you can paint the back side with your acrylic paint, you'll be able to do the exact same thing with the pencil board, and then that acrylic paint just seeps into the white etched markings. So those, next time we're together, I will use for sure. All right, so I need to do a little bit of stamping. So what I thought I would do, and I really haven't, I just sketched it out, I really haven't tried it yet. So I may need to get out my little stamping book, and let's see how this might work. So if you want to play, and you don't want to mess up, no, nothing wrong with messing up. If you want to play, good idea to try it first, test it first, right? So let's grab the stamp set. I need to find my little sketch of what I was going to do. All right, so here's my sketch. I thought I might try to make kind of a little grid. So similar but different. So that is the grid that is part of the About Last Month stamp set. There's a little grid there, but I thought Heidi Swap uses grids a lot in her stamping, and I saw something that she did, and I thought, wonder if I could make something like that work for my title with the In the News stamp set. So I thought about doing something like that, and then another line like that. And then maybe up, that's probably way too long. This is why I'm kind of testing it all out first. Something like that. Then if I did, I have in the news. So that in the news would go right there. And then the little newspaper I thought would be fun to use. So that would kind of go right there. And then this would say this month. Now, this month, this will be, I'll use a piece of washi that says September because it will be like this. This month. Well, you know what I'm doing, right? This month. And then if I do washi, or I could do something like this. Put that down below or something. Okay, well, let's see what that looks like. Stamping block. 12:43, okay, we're still okay. Colleen, okay, Colleen just brought up a good point. Colleen said, Layle, what is on the other side of the page? What's on the back side of the page? We talk about when you're working in an insert like this, being aware of what comes before and what's happening after. So what I mean by that, Colleen said, Layle, what is happening on the back side of this? Are you going to have any ghosting or shadowing? So when I stamp here, I will end up with a little bit of ghosting or shadowing on the page before. Now, I'm okay here because I haven't done my list here yet. When I go to do my list here, I'll just use a background paper first, so then I won't worry about it. You always want to be careful and make sure that you are not, like if I had already done a list right here and I had done my list directly on the page, I probably would want to switch this up and not want to stamp directly on here because I don't want that ghosting or shadowing to come through. Depending on what kind of stamps you're using, like let's just, obviously I would never do this, but let's say I had a stamp that had a pretty large surface area to it. So let's say for some reason I was going to stamp that right here. If I stamped that right here, I'd have a heck of a shadow ghosting showing through on the other side. So you just want to pay attention to what's coming before, what's happening after. If you've done anything after yet. Thank you, Colleen. That's a great point to bring up. Therese said, oh no, I missed everything because of work. Teresa, that's the beauty. You can just watch it on the replay. Nancy said I should test stamp too. I tend to wing it and get some mixed results. And you know what? Yeah, winging it, I mean, that's okay, right? That's okay. I usually like to test things first because sometimes if I don't do that, then I mess up on camera. But you know what? It's not necessarily a bad thing because then we can talk about how to fix it. Hi, Pamela Grant from Virginia. Nice to see you. All right, so let's get, oh yes, I was getting my stamping blocks out. We'll see if we like the way this works. That's the newspaper. So I think the newspaper would be kind of like that. Let's see what we get. I don't know if I've used it. I don't think I've ever used the newspaper before. Look at all that detail. All right, so if the newspaper was like this. Okay, and then we had this month. We'll just put that over here. And this month, because this is September, well, I'm documenting September. I really should have put a last on there, right? Because then you could have a last option, but that's okay. This month. And then we have, just get out all the, I'm just going to have all these on separate ones. Normally I would not do that, but for the sake of time, if I just use separate blocks, then I don't have to take them on and off since I'm testing, and then I will do it too. All right, one more in the news. There we go. What do we think? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. Debbie just brought up a great point. Debbie said, sometimes I glue 2 pages together to keep the shadows away. So if you want to do that, absolutely. Just when Debbie says glue, she may not mean glue. She may mean either like a glue stick or your adhesive, like your tape runner. I probably wouldn't use like a wet liquid glue just because you'd get a lot of buckling in your pages. But she's saying that if you like glue or adhere those 2 together, then whatever shadow was here or here, then you wouldn't see it, right? Shay, where did you get, Shay said, Layle, where did you get the In the News stamp? Shay, it is from my In the News stamp set. That is one of my stamp sets. So you'll find that on my website at laylebymail.com. Or in the description box of the video, you'll see a link towards the very top that says what I'm using. If you click that, it will take you to what I'm using today in my listing session. All right, so you guys, that's an example of that. Like I said at the beginning, well, I said when I first started this list, you see Heidi Swap do kind of this grid kind of thing a lot. And I love it when I see her do that. So I thought, you know what? I like that. I think I want to try that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking inspiration from Heidi. Because how do you not get inspired by Heidi, right? All right, so I think, let's see how long we want this to be. I think we probably want this to be maybe like 4.5 centimeters long. Let's say 4.5. So if I come here and if we want it 4.5, oh, that's going to be quite long, isn't it? Oh, well, that's okay. 4.5. So I want it to be about right there. And I did that because I want to do my little side thingy here. My 2 little bars. Oh, where did I measure from? Right about here. Okay. So if we do this, pencil is your friend when it comes to something like this, right? Pencil is your friend. There we go. And then, let's see, about how far up was that? About 1.5. Down. So is a ruler. Pencils and rulers are your friend. I use pencils and rulers in my listing all the time. Well, really in my crafting. I think what we'll do is we'll just use that line as our little stopper. All right. So look at it, I'm all loaded up here. So let's go ahead and stamp. 10 minutes, okay. Scrapbook Sister says she also tapes 2 pages together as well. So what may happen, I'll probably get the stamping done. I probably won't get the writing done on my list. So that's okay. I will actually, this will be an easy one that I can take with me on our little getaway here. Okay, pencil board again. I have my pencil board in place. That's important, right? That's important that I have there. And then this one says this month. Okay. Well, I wonder if I made it long enough. Ooh, that is not straight at all. I don't know how I missed that. Test stamping, not only to test to see if you like the way that it looks, but theoretically to make sure something's straight. But then if you don't check the straightness, well, then it's not going to be straight. Oh, my stomach is growling. It's lunchtime. All right, guys, as we are, I'm just going to talk a little bit while I'm stamping because I'll have a hard stop at 1 my time in a few minutes. Giveaways, remember, there are 2 giveaways for this week. We have, oh yes, your foam blenders, that storage kit, and then also the holiday traveler's notebook kit. So the way that you participate in the giveaways is to leave a comment on the video when it's over, not in the chat. Leave a comment on the video when it's over. And when we are together again next weekend, because we will be together again on the 22nd of October, when we're together again next weekend, right before that morning, I will draw 2 random lucky winners to win prizes. I have published our listing schedule through the end of the year. That is always on our creative listing sessions, and there's a link to that in the creative listing session blog post. So make sure you check that out so you know what is happening when. But I publish that through the end of the year. And then as probably in December, I will publish for the first couple months of 2023. I will try to start doing that just so you guys can plan, because I know some of you like to plan around what's happening. Okay, there we go. And I will write. So there's two things I could do here. Two things really quick that I could do. Well, actually 3 things. So I have the September. Ooh, maybe we'll do that. I have the September stamp that is part of my About Last Month stamp set, my very well used About Last Month stamp set. So I could stamp that right there if I wanted. I could do my handwriting like I did there if I wanted, or I could do washi. And that's days of the week, and this one is months of the year. So if I wanted to keep it really simple, I could come in and take September. September is the same font in the washi as it is the stamp. The stamp is just larger. So if I did September right here, let's just see, I can pull it off. September. All right, so what if I did this? I need to come in and make these edges straight, like so. Tape runner, what? Oh yes, tape runner, yes, tape runner to tape the 2 pages together. Tape runner. What if I did, okay, so if this went here, what if we did that? And then what if we did, well, I have a little globe, I have pencil. Well, I don't really like that there because it needs something there. What? Do I just do another? Maybe I just do another. I'll just do another that for now. If it was just me and I was not pressed for time, I'd start looking for stickers. I'd start looking for something else to go there. But I don't have time to do that. So we're just going to use another one of those. And we'll call it good. And now that, so do you see, oh boy, I just totally twisted that. Oh, it didn't end up bad. I was worried because I kind of went like that, but now I have an idea. What if, let's do that. Let's put a little pencil along there. That washi, you can't even tell the washi's there, right? Because it is, 20, perfect, Colleen, I love it. Colleen said right in 2022. So what if we did, I was going to do that, pencil. I'll do that. I'll write that and I'll write 2022 over the top of it. How about that? We also have, if you happen to have this stamp set, 2022, you have that. So that you could put in there somewhere if you wanted. All right. Is that long enough? Oh, it is. Okay. And the other nice thing I have, by testing it all first, I can come back here and go, oh, do I like that? Do I like it? So what I won't end up finishing, friends, I won't actually end up adding things to this list, but I will do that when I am gone, and we'll take a look at it next week. But you have a good idea of what's on my list. Some of the things on my list based on what I've put photos in. Queen Elizabeth passed away, Hurricane Fiona, mortgage rates the highest since 2008. There we go. Mortgage rates the highest since 2008. Serena Williams and Roger Federer. I think Roger Federer. I'd have to look at my list. Oh my gosh, if you could just hear my stomach, it just growled so loud. All right, there we go. Obama's portraits were added to the White House. Gas prices going down. The lowest 3 something. It's in my list. Triple digit. We had record-breaking weather here in Salt Lake, and then Mikhail Gorbachev passed away. So those are some of the things that will be on my list once I write my list. So it's a totally different way, right? Normally in the past, I have used the typewriter, always the typewriter, but that's a totally different way to kind of use that stamp set to switch things up a little bit. All right, friends, I am going to flip the camera. Let me turn off the overhead lights. I'm going to flip the camera, and I am going to have to just shut the door on this mess. That's one of the things I hate. That would be on my things I hate list. I hate leaving town with things a mess. Hold on. I'm going to, there we go, flip the camera. I hate things to be a mess. I hate things to be messy. I hate things to be out. I hate to have things in the sink. I mean, everything, nothing on the counter, everything. I want everything cleaned and put away before I head out of town. So sometimes you just don't have an option for that. Like today, I don't have an option. So I'll shut the door and it's good. Okay, friends. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. We did a lot today. We really did a lot today. When you think of it, we swatched new ink color. We did some ink blending. We did a little tiny bit of mixed media, right? We did a little bit of ink blending with our Distress Oxides and the foam blending tool. We used a stencil on top of that. So we even did like some layered stuff. Who even am I? Don't worry, watercolor stuff, no gesso, no inks I can deal with, because I can still make it me, right? I can still make it me by adding the white and stuff like that. That still stays true to my style, but lets me kind of get outside very much the square box that I live in. So it's fun to do those things. And then we did 3 lists. Well, almost 3 lists, right? We did I Hate When, we did favorite fall memories, and then we're in the middle of our in the news list. So we got a lot done today. The first half took a while, and then we sped right through our last 2 lists. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. I just say I cherish our times together so much. It just is such a good release for me. It lets me play without having to worry about designing and writing instructions and all of that. So I can take what I have and play, and I love that. Whether you are listing with me or not, I love that you're here. Whether you're live with me or not, I love that you're still here. So thank you. Just looking at, I know Terry, she just did the countdown because it is now 1 o'clock, which means it is time for Layle to go change her clothes, and we're going to. Did you hear him? He's like, all right already. He can hear me in here doing my 20-minute goodbye, my 20-minute sign off. I know, I'm just looking at I'm looking at the chat really quick. It was fun, Gracie. Thank you. Kathy said, have a wonderful trip. It was a fun day. Shay, be safe, Layle. Thank you for always making time for us. No. And thank you for giving me a place to play, because really that's what it is. It all for me is the play, and I just love it. And I love hanging out with you guys. And Nick's like, okay, what? Goodbye. Okay. All right, you guys.
See you next week.
No, honey, stop. No, don't touch it. I will. Okay. Goodbye, you guys. Everybody sign off. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Saturday here on the 22nd. Okay, bye guys. Bye.